You've had a rough couple of days. You've been in and out of favour with Zarkul and crew and Vex, doing some jobs, getting thrown out, being cheeky, and then regaining a little bit of trust on a recon mission where you went to the beer port and investigated a warehouse where there were some goods coming in, and Zarkul and crew wanted to know what was coming in, what was going on. You did a fairly good job of that, I think. A little heist mission, nobody died. I'm literally judging it on the fact that nobody died.
Got to claw someone's eyes.
There was some good use of some skills, which was nice. And you found some information. It looks like some sort of casino equipment was being delivered into the beer port, but for the Hot Valley Stadium, it was the proprietor, so being held here to be sent up to whatever is going on in Hot Valley, which is an area just north of Redvant, just outside the palace walls. So you found that information. Also found some documentation as part of the deliveries that more shipments were coming in from Oswell's Aquatic Marvels, which is the kind of water circus show that's been plastered about some of the walls and some of the notice boards and the pubs to say that soon in Hot Valley that the Oswell's Aquatic Marvels will be there, and they seem to be delivering some stuff into this facility as well, which would all check out. But they were going to be making another delivery that night or the next day's night. So once all that information was processed, you woke up the next day and were kind of given the quick job, the quick spec on what was going on, what they might be looking for, and a plan was roughly set that you as a crew would try and infiltrate the boat and find out if there was any goodies on board that might help yourselves help Zarkul and crew, because the Aquatic Marvels, known as a circus, but also known for their different their use of magical items. So there's likely some useful stuff in there. The other crew would be providing a sort of distraction and extraction as they look to get hold of the package that Zarkul wants desperately. So they were given the kind of more important role of making sure that they were going to get out the delivery that Zarkul wants, and you guys are kind of being sent in to find something extra, find some items, some loot that would help going forward. You were told that it will be a delivery. It's going to come in by ship, and it's going to come in around 6 p.m. that day, but that was all you were given. There's no other knowledge you have, so you can go and you'd have the day to go and scope out the dock area to kind of formulate a plan with the other party if you'd like to find out if you wanted any additional help. Vex said that certain things they might be able to provide if you weren't able to provide them yourselves. And then, and ideally, heist the ship for that crew. There were conversations a few days before with the Red Hoods, a thieves guild that Corin had made contact with and who were asking for information. So there was some discussion about whether they would be involved. And also, we cannot forget young Meadow, who is still recovering after your jaunt into the border forest and your dealings with something that has been affectionately called a death bloom, with Sylvanus giving Von a sending stone and saying that you would be contacted upon her awaking and any more information coming up that would be useful to yourselves, which you have not been called on thusly. And I think that covers the past couple of days of the week, at least. So as you kind of have the morning, you've had your breakfast, you've had the chat with the two gangs, Vex has sent you out. The other group are being helmed by the other member of Zarkul's kind of inner workings, who was called, I forget.
Dave.
It became with an S. It began with an S. I don't know what it was though.
Yeah, Sylphora is his name, but they call him Sylph. S-Y-L-P-H.
I'm going to call him Dave.
You can call him Dave all you want. I mean, it goes really well, I think, when you guys go into that room and decide to backchat them. So I would encourage you to continue. So yeah, they were being helmed by him. Vex is kind of your carer, which is a very apt word. And they said to go out, do what you want to do. You've got the day, but 6 o'clock would be the time that the ship was arriving to dock, and all action would kick off from there. So I throw to you guys. What would you like to do with your day in the preparation? Like I say, it's about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, so you have a decent working day ahead of you for collecting information, seeing people, talking to people, buying stuff, whatever it is you would like to do. Getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Well, you kind of answered what I was going to plan to do, because I was going to plan to use the sending stone to get an update, but I forgot that they said they would just contact when if there was any update.
Yeah. No,
so I'm not going to do that anymore.
you can get in contact if you'd like, if you want to preempt it, but yeah, you haven't been contacted. It's more just reminding you that the sending stone's there.
Yeah.
I think what we should do is, because we've been tasked with going to this fantastical place with all these events, I think we should go in the exact opposite direction. Just out of spite.
Out of spite for who?
The gods who look up upon us.
Can you roll a Constitution saving throw, please? The gods have smited you. You're dead.
You haven't been praying enough, Arthur.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. If you want to formulate a plan, like I said, you can go down and get some information on the docks area in advance if you want. You can speak to the other crew. You can ignore all of that and go and speak to other people. It's a bit of an open-ended one, but it's up to you guys, I suppose, if you would like to create some sort of plan, or you just roll forward and get to 6 PM and fucking see what happens. Roll some dice, baby. That's a bad idea, by the way.
I guess we could do some scouting.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get given the spyglass?
Yes. You asked for a spyglass, and then it was that was the only thing you'd actually asked for, I think, in advance, right? So yeah, we can say that within a short amount of time, spyglass is obtained, so you can get advantage with your perception rolls or investigation rolls at a distance. I suppose if you're looking for certain things, but we can decide.
Was I fine just switching out to get detect magic as one of my spells?
Yeah. We'll say you can use the night before to switch out the spells. So we're doing spell changes on long rests, and you just had one, so
okay,
I think that's fine.
Zaga wants to go and sell the 6 swords he has in his bag for holding.
Nice.
Hey guys, I'll catch up with you later. I'm gonna go sell these 6 swords that I picked up.
Where did you pick them up from, Zaga?
I got them. When we
In the bar
beat up
fight.
the bar fight. That's it.
We're not still downstairs at this point, right?
No, you guys. I think I'd come upstairs.
I distinctly remember and told us not to mention the night before.
You remember the thing that happened that we're not supposed to talk about?
Yeah, I think everyone would have left. So yeah, we'd say that after you've had the meeting, the other team have gone off to start their preparation. You guys had left up, and Vex had left you guys, kind of sending you upstairs as the last thing, saying, go and do what you need to do. If you want anything from me, the sooner you can come back to me, the better, because it gives me more time to prepare anything. And then that's when the spyglass was asked for, and then we were talking about spells. So yeah, whilst you're upstairs, kind of formulating between yourselves, the spyglass can be delivered.
Are you guys gonna go scout the boat out? Because I can meet you there. I won't be that long.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. We'll meet you there, Zaga.
Okay.
Get it. Nice.
Zaga leaves the room.
Where would you be heading to, Zaga?
There was a weaponsmith next to the armorer where I bought my armor, wasn't there?
There is, yes. I don't think you've been in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Yep, nice. Rest of you all go into towards the dock area, or does anyone have any hot ideas?
Yeah, just go towards the top.
Yeah, Arthur just follow.
Cool. Nice. So you, rest of you pack up and head over. Let me just get. Is there anything else you want to do there, Zago, or do you want to just buy?
Is there a
Do it quick.
particular area where we need to go to get a certain fairy creature?
Pardon, getting what now? You want to get a fairy creature?
Some Spanish-sounding named
No,
animal.
No, don't worry about that. Because it's already dead. No, it was. Yeah, Zago, was there anything else you want to do, or do you want to just get a price for the swords so you can join the rest of the guys up? 'Cause we don't
Yeah,
have-
I'm just gonna go down there, wander down there, and see what price I can get for the 6 swords.
Nice. So yeah, you go down to the shop next door, which was called Shilver's Blades. There's a tall female tiefling called Shilver who owns the shop, and she's in there working. And you can see across. They've got different workman tools. Then they kind of, as it ranges around like a GTA armor, like guns and ammo shop. Starts with the basic stuff, and as it goes round and round, you see some nicer and bigger swords and axes in there. A lot of them, from first glance, look fairly like standard in make. Nothing looks too particular. There's nothing held behind like special cages. It's all just fairly well made. But yeah, she would give you for the 6 swords. Did you say
6, yes.
6 swords? Give me a second because I had it here a second ago. And now I have lost it. Based on their wear, it will be 5 gold a sword is her offer.
5 gold per sword.
Per sword, yeah.
Because I'm a cheeky fucker, I'm going to try and negotiate it up to 6 because, I've got this very nice collection of swords here, and they're all well maintained and they're clean. There's no blood on them.
Did you clean them? Well, I mean, I don't think they got hit. You guys, to be
No,
fair.
they didn't get to hit, so
Roll up,
there's
roll
no
up.
blood on them.
Roll up a persuasion check.
Persuasion is 19.
19, Jesus. Yeah, so she will up that price. Not a lot.
Should have gone for 7.
Should have gone for 7.
You should have.
Just realised I've got 8 plus 8 to persuasion.
Yeah, it's mental. Yeah, she will give you 35 in total because she likes the cut of your jib. You're a charming little kobold.
Yeah, that's only 1 gold less than I was trying to get. I will take the 35 gold.
Nice. She takes
While I'm
one
here,
from
actually,
that.
I'll just look around. Is there anything that looks maybe like it's more well made than the rest, or perhaps maybe a magical sword of any kind?
No. From the general feeling you get at the shop, it's a lot more. There's not a lot of weapons here. It's a lot more workers' equipment, and then the axes and stuff that are here look to be your standard base axes, swords. They look like well made, but not. You wouldn't assume this is where you'd get a magical sword.
Yeah.
Bit of a
Okay.
Even like those
Maybe-
swords she took from you, she's like just going to melt them down and remake them into something else. You get the feeling that there's a lot of regurgitation of the metal in here, so it's not pure. It's not gone through. She's not like a master crafter.
Yeah. I don't need to buy any armor. Well, I can't afford any better armor, so yeah, I'll go join the others.
Cool. So you start making your way towards the dock area. The rest of you head out towards. Absolutely, all just going towards the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, as you head out towards, and you know where you're heading, the information on the docket tells you that it is in the beer port. This is the other side of the beer port area. Then you'd been on the kind of the south side where it matches the river. So the warehouse that you'd broken into the first night was on the river side, where you'd taken the delivery round. The beer port itself, with the warehouse, was towards that kind of east coast. And towards where the port was, but it was a little bit inland, so this would be the first time you're making your way actually out, like kind of like one street district over to where the port area is. As you are walking along, you pass a few businesses. It's early enough in the morning that people are starting to get to work, and you pass by a small shop as you hear a racket and a bang, and as you see a small little weasel come charging out. Of a little brown weasel come charging out of this shop. It's like a bit like a general store, a bit like it's really weird the way to describe it. It's like a Wilkinson's, like a bit. It doesn't look like the nicest shop, and it's closed down now. Bit of a odds and sods. Sells lots of stuff outside, almost like got the seaside vibe. Loads of shit out the front, and yeah, you hear the crash and this bang, and this little weasel runs out, and it just runs straight towards your path. And as you're walking, Fabian, you notice this little weasel is just darting straight for you.
Hi.
It scampers round your leg as you kind of like crouch to get it. Scampers up round your like inside of your leg and then up through the back of your like tunic through your jacket. As you hear someone from inside to shout, "Weasel!" And then the door comes open and out walks kind of a bit like a toffee apple, like big round man, bit of a large beard, fairly rugged, hat with a feather in it. And he bursts through and steps out, skinny little legs on top of this guy, as he comes out and just shouts, "Weasel! Weasel!" And he catches you guys walking as you next to him. He's like, "Good evening, morning. I don't suppose by chance any of you have seen a weasel running around here this morning?"
I adjust my beautiful cloak to make sure that the weasel is concealed, and I shake my head and I look at the others and kind of wide eyes as I'm shaking my head, as if to say, "This is a wonderful day for me, guys."
Roll a. Well, your sleight of hand probably would be the check to try and make yourself move without this thing, as it's kind of like squiggling around inside you, not inside you, inside your jacket.
Well, it's an 8.
An 8. That's not really bad as well. And as he's kind of aiming you back and down, you see up on one of his shoulders, like out of almost nowhere, a weasel just pops up, like it's caramel coloured coat on one side, and on the other side, a small kind of like almost white grey weasel with a black mask appears on his other shoulder. He's like, I'm training my weasels. Well, sorry, this is very rude of me. Welcome. My name is Riddick. They call me Roden Riddick. I am part of the Feral Friends Exterminators. Here to deal with all your extermination needs here in Redvant, and I have lost my weasel. You sure you can't see? And you can feel it scratching in your back as it comes around there. I'm pretty sure he didn't get far.
At this moment, Art puts his hand up.
You! Weasel?
Yes! No. Hat. Where did you get your hat with a feather in it?
Aha! This hat was a gift! This is part of my, the work I do. I take money, I take gifts, I take anything. It's a fine hat from the fairest makers in Butte Springs.
Butte Springs, you say?
Yes.
And I kind of map out my bag. Do you mind pointing in the direction of where?
The Butte Springs to the north. You know Butte Springs. It's known for its spas.
And spas, you say?
Spas? Yes, spas. The springs.
And
I can see you're not from here.
How long will it take to travel there?
Oh, I mean days, weeks. I travel all around. Unless you've got a ship, you can take. You might be able to get passage through the Shattered Isles in a few days. If you're going to go by foot, it's going to take you weeks. Maybe get a mule, a horse, maybe potentially get you there in a few. But by the by, I'm looking for my weasel, and I believe it's around here somewhere. If you haven't seen anything,
I kind of just ignore him up to this point. And I turn around to go give a thumbs up to Zaga, and then as I'm doing a thumbs up, I realise that he's not there. He's gone to the sword shop. I'm looking really stupid. And then I stop. And then I'm like, no, weasel.
If I were to speak with animals, could he tell? Would I just start squeaking like a creep?
What's it say on Speak with Animals?
You do have to verbally communicate with them.
Yeah.
But they have some. Yeah, and he has 2 weasels on his shoulder as well, so you can try it.
So they start chatting to me again. No, I don't want to look like a creep in front of this porky pie guy. No, I don't. I mean, it's quite busy around here. Weasel could be anywhere. Have you looked inside the shop?
You've got one on your shoulder there. 2
I've
even.
got many weasels. I am not the weasel man. That's a terrible name. My fellow friends here, we train them well. We train them to exterminate, and I've lost my weasel. This is my good compadre Snickers, as he points to the caramel-coloured one, and of course Bandit. Bandit's known for finding weasels. So and then he starts skittering down, and you see Bandit kind of makes his way towards you to like scat around each of you as you're there, and you see this little weasel. If you're happy with it, it will just dance around each of you as it gives you a little sniff. Sometimes bruise, like a very small dog.
I kind of step back and I'm like, I'm allergic. So can you keep it away from me?
You're allergic to weasels?
Yeah, I live a sheltered life. I grew up in Allhurst. You know it. We don't have weasels just running around. Could you make Bandit stop, as cute as he is?
Bandit is like creeping up now on you, like going past and giving Corin a bit of a sniff and giving Von a bit of a sniff. He's now wrapping around and he's like squeaking around at you sound like, okay, so Bandit's telling me you've got the weasel.
I don't want to call Bandit a liar, but I don't have the weasel. You could search me
Maybe
if you like.
maybe he senses her fear.
Ah, I know what it is.
Are you telling me how to handle weasels? I've just explained who I am. I'm the man that handles weasels. I train these weasels. I know
You're the
what they
weasel man. We know you're the weasel man. However, it may be because I can actually speak to Bandit. And then I'd like to use my speak with animals plate.
Okay, you just speak with animals.
And I'd like to say to Bandit, back off, bitch.
Oh, you're gonna mess with Bandit. Bandit likes to.
I like Snickers more.
Bandit's the hunter. You see back like Bandit's like, look, all I want to do is just get us our weasel back. All right, he gets real fucking annoyed if we don't go and hunt him down. And this trainee is honestly wasting all of our time. So just let him back, give him back, and we'll all go about our business.
Listen, if he's wasting time, then you don't need him back. I don't think he likes being there. He wouldn't have run out otherwise.
He loves
What
being
if-
there. We get to kill rats all day. It's what we love doing with weasels.
Yeah, but do you know what you'd love even more? And I ruffle in my pocket and I pull out a pan of chocolat.
Oh, is that...
I will give you this.
you see Bandit looks back at Riddick, but he's like, Bandit, no. He's like, look,
I start to slowly lower it down to Bandit's level.
just give me the pan of chocolat and it'll be fine.
You need to make sure that he doesn't know the weasel's here.
Have you got a grip on the pan of chocolat?
I'm holding onto it.
Can you give me a dex save or strength, whatever you pick?
Deck, because I'm gonna wave it in the air.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it.
He can't catch it. And it's a 23, Bandit,
23.
bitch.
Bandit jumps for the pan of chocolat. Oh fuck! Falls down. Squeaks back. He's like, come on, just give me the pan of chocolat. I can't do anything else. I'm just a weasel.
Well, this weasel's not coming back. So you either leave alone and pretend the weasel's gone somewhere else, then follow there and you can have this beautiful homemade pan au chocolat, or you can't.
Oh, he looks back at Riddick. Riddick's like, can you stop teasing my Bandit? Bandit, come here. You can't eat chocolate. He's a weasel, for God's sake. Honestly, do you know how to look after animals?
I don't have any animals to look after. I told you I'm allergic.
Bandit's telling me you've got... Honestly, the weasel's useless. But you can't just take a man's weasel. Okay, look, in this day and age, you can't just walk around stealing weasels.
I haven't stolen your weasel.
And then, from the inside pocket, you see a sturdier, like a weasel that's looks like it's been jacking up, man. This thing's sturdy, and he's like, look, I don't want to muss around here. you've got my weasel. Rocky here, he doesn't like people to steal from the family. So we can have a discussion about the weasel. You can give me back my weasel. Or Rocky here is going to have a little bit of fun with not just that pan au chocolat, maybe your fucking hand.
I want to sleight of hand check being able to switch the weasel into my cloak.
Nice.
Incredible. I'd like to shuffle closer to him if possible.
Walk closer to him. Oh,
I like
Corin.
shuffle closer to Corin, yeah.
Okay.
That would be a 26.
26. So as he's looking down at Rocky, and this weasel is like, it's got almost got like a little pot belly in it. It's like much bigger than the other one, as it's hanging from like, it's the weight in the like left side of his coat jacket. Look, I'm a man. I'm not going to come over and ruffle you up. Just give me back my weasel, and we can all go about our business.
Has the weasel gone to Corin now?
Yeah, the weasel's made its way.
Okay. Well,
You
don't have.
speak with animals as well, so you could have communicated with the weasel to tell it to do it, I suppose. Because you're
Yeah.
just talking weasel, like no one's going to know exactly what you're trying to do.
Well, the other weasels are.
Another weasel.
Well, yeah, the
yeah.
weasel is a good point.
You pat her down, you know, search her. She's got a weasel on her.
I dramatically drop my cloak to the floor and kind of turn around so he can see that I don't have a weasel.
I hope you're wearing clothes and things like that. Otherwise, this is a real shock for everyone.
Imagine. It took a turn just for the weasel. I am wearing clothes, it's just the cloak.
So he goes, fine. And then you see this large weasel just drop to the floor outside. It kind of stomps slowly up towards, gives a sniff round, looks up at you, sniffs around the coat, goes into the sleeve, comes out the sleeve, goes into the sleeve, comes back to Riddick. He's like, this isn't over. I don't have time to mess around with this. If I find you've stolen my weasel, I tell you, you'll never be able to hire me for. I don't have much right now that I can get you for. But if I find out that weasel's with you, there'll be words.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I pick up my cloak.
Rocky gets back in, and you see the bandits kind of like edging his way towards you. I'm assuming you still have the pan au chocolat on show somewhere. You just hear it
Yeah,
going.
it's still in my hand.
You just,
And
you hear him go,
I'd like to
"Yes,
be
give me
walking
it."
away. Bandit will be getting the pan au chocolat.
But Riddick's turning to go back to the shop, and Bandit's like, Bandit, come on! He's like, oh, give me that.
I drop
Give me the
the pan au chocolat.
Runs over, gets it, runs back,
Good boy,
runs
Bandit.
straight up. Just you see this little weasel on his shoulder marching away. As he turns, flips his hand, he's like, we better not run into each other again, I tell you. If I find that you've got that weasel, I will not be happy.
See ya.
Cool. Riddick makes his way back to the shop, and as he gets to the shop, you see him like open up his coat pocket, and there's lots of deep pockets where there's lots of just different weasels sitting there. He's probably got about 5 across different pockets sat there. As
You won't miss one then.
I mean, he needs these weasels to do his job. So yeah, you Corin,
Well,
you have a
Once
small
we're out of earshot, I said, this weasel will make me a nice pet.
Punch Corin in the face. Because I've still got the speak with. Is he gone now, this guy?
The guy went back to as he went back to the shop, he kind of like opened his jacket, and you see all the different weasels like jump out and they run back into the shop as he kind of gives you a staring glance, like almost very dramatically as you walk past, closes the shop door on you, and the weasels have gone inside to, as you assume, do the business of exterminating whatever was inside the shop.
I'm assuming as soon as he goes into the door, he just like stands like face into the window straight away,
he's just
staring back
watching
at
it,
us.
yeah. It's like very dramatic. He like the way he flicks open his coat and Rocky was there. He flicks open, they jump in, and then he's like brushed it behind him as he turned back and watched you guys shut the door, and he's just there. His weasels are doing the job for him.
I'd like to whisper because I'm still speaking with animals. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay, he's gone. You're safe.
To the weasel you've got.
To the weasel I've got. Yeah.
Thanks. Oh my god, he was making me kill rats.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. It was hard work. I didn't want to kill no rats. It's making me work for my food.
was awful.
Well, it wasn't. To be fair, it wasn't that bad. The rest of them are really good at it, but I just, I don't want to have to run around catching rats. I got fed for a few weeks, and then now I've got to go and kill for my dinner. And those other weasels, they're really good at it.
Would you like to stay with me?
I'm
I'll look after you, and I won't make you kill any rats.
I heard you talking about a pan of chocolat.
I only have one left.
And then the weasel gives you the like Disney Pixar eyes, just like one left for me.
Sorry, the voice just killed me off. So good. I'm like, great. Oh, I suppose I can. And I tear a piece of my final pan of chocolate.
Give
Just
it
a little bit.
Well, I'm going to give him the whole pan of chocolate.
Weasels are allergic to chocolate. You've killed your weasel. No, okay.
That's what I was waiting for you to say anything, and I'd be like, it was just the pastry bit.
It was the base bit. No, he's like, and there's like little crumbs flying everywhere. He's like, and he's like, oh, yeah, thanks.
I pull out a black pudding for it.
Just looks around, it's like, oh, can I? Who's got hold of the weasel right now?
I think I was technically.
Looks up at you. Looks kind of back towards you. He's like, can I have that?
I give him the black pudding.
He's like, looks at you, and just like always putting it in his mouth. It's a proper goblin eater when he gets into it. The little weasel, as he sits down and then just shakes off and then leaps from Corin onto your arm, Fabian, and like wraps up to sit around your neck. That's quite the morning.
Was that nice?
Yeah. I just like food.
I know how you feel. What's your name? Do you have a name?
Weasel.
Oh, just Weasel. He didn't give you. I mean, the others, they Snickers and Bandit, and he didn't give you a name.
No, we don't get named till we kill for the first time and become one of the weasels for the pockets. And I didn't ever kill anything, so he just called me Weasel.
You can be the weasel in my pocket if you like.
Do I have to kill anything?
No, of course not.
Okay.
It would just be nice to, we're a group of friends, and it would be nice to have another friend, and you're really cute.
As long as I get food, I'll do. Yeah, let's go. I mean, as long as I don't have to kill any rats, I'm good. He's just gonna. Which are you gonna give him a pocket to kind of like nuzzle himself in?
Yeah.
Sweet. So he keeps a little bit of the black pudding, nuzzles, gets down into the pocket, balls himself up in the pool, backwards on his belly, and just eats away at the rest of the delicious blood.
I'd like to take his little face as he does that.
Yeah, he loves it. Just nice and snug in the pocket of your jacket.
I'm absolutely delighted.
You have in
and out of character.
a small little.
Just hope you don't get shot with an arrow.
Yeah. I'm just very happy Zach wasn't there for that. I could have gotten a hold of that. More reasons to eat. Perfect. Slight detour as you deal with some of the local businessmen of Redvant and carry on towards Beerport. You didn't really kick up too much of a storm there. It wasn't too much to notice as you went through. But yeah, you make your way around to the port area. As you get there, as you get into the Beerport district, you can hear these big warehouses, these big factories, these big alcohol production facilities don't stop. There's always things moving. There's always carts in the streets, in the cobble streets, some pulled by the people, some pulled by some small mules, much like the ones you guys used to make your way into the delivery. There's always a hustle and bustle in this area. Lots of steam rising out of things, lots of different areas where you feel like intense amounts of heat, where there's like pipes splurging some of the hot water from the alcohol production process out. As you meander your way through the streets, you get close to where the actual port area is. It becomes a lot less factory and a lot more warehouse again, but very big brick buildings, even right up to the port edge. It's like this part of the coast where it is like a little, I don't know what they call it, it's not an islet because it's connected, but where it ranks, kind of runs alongside the river, there's not a huge amount of space. So these factories have been built brick up, at least 3 or 4 stories. They're big old buildings and then big old warehouses. And you get close to where the port area is, and there's just a mass of people and animals and carts moving backwards and forwards. People shouting as ships are being tugged out and tugged in. And you can see that it's not a huge port area. There's a few different docks that are kind of lined up with either production sites or warehousing sites. There's like individual ports for boat car parks for the different areas when they come in. And as you're kind of piecing your way through, you notice that kind of towards the south side, where it becomes less industrial and some of the warehouses are there. 1 block over from where the warehouse was, you notice the port. You go to the port that you were kind of told to head towards. So you are within one street block from it. So I hand to you. How would you like to attempt or gather the information on the port area? Up to you. You can just go walking in, of course, but I don't want to say you walk in and then you guys are like, no, I didn't want to do that. Anyone helming the...
I'm gonna walk around the outside, just humming to myself.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna hum to myself sitting on the dock of the bay, because Zaga's not there
Nice.
for musical accompaniment, so I need
Nice.
some kind of musical overtune.
Anything particularly you are humming or looking for? Or you just want to hum?
Just have a look at comings and goings. Is it like a fence, or is it like a sort of metally great thing?
It's all fairly open around the port. You notice, that there isn't much because there's not a lot of space. It's not like this isn't like a high security area. There's the docks themselves aren't huge. They're quite thin in terms of they're going to get one. You're really getting one larger boat in at a time only, and because of the kind of not the marshland, the way that the dock backs onto the land, it's built over like a cementy, sludgy mud before it hits the water's edge. So you can see they've built the dock out onto that area. Then the boats, they've obviously trenched down to get the boats in. So there's a dock area, then there's where the concrete hits, and then you're pretty much straight into warehousing and buildings. So it's not a lot of space, but it is completely open. You can see people getting up on the docks. They're running crates and ships up there. There's one big like hand crane, extender arm that is obviously used to lift things onto boats or ships and take things off of ships as well, and plonk it either on dockside or on the actual dock passage itself, depending wise. But there's only one for each dock. It's not like a huge industrial endeavour. This is pretty low key. It probably looks like it needs to be upgraded for the amount of work going on here, and it's just a big hustle of people moving around, carts moving backwards and forwards, chatting of groups of kind of either sailors and ship workers coming in, or the actual dock workers or warehousemen themselves. It's like this constant transition between the shipping side. So yeah, it's fairly busy, but not. You wouldn't say it was high security in any way.
Okay. I guess I'll do my rounds and then go try and meet up and see what everyone else is doing.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? What would you like to ascertain?
Just what kind of security there is around the place.
Mm-hmm. Give me using the spyglass, or are you just going to have a wander? Yeah, give me a perception check with advantage.
That'd be 13.
13. Okay, that's not so bad. No obvious security that you can see. It's not like they have guards. You can see There's the dock workers, the warehousemen, and you can see with the 13, you notice that there are some more there are some armed guys moving around, but they don't appear to be in any sort of uniform or any sort of guard basis. It's either the warehouse, kind of the guys that are on the warehouse doors, or it's you probably are saying it, the guys coming off the ships that are maybe slightly more armoured, and that potentially, this isn't, like you say, this is an open dock. It looks like the armour is either in the warehouse or on the ship. The dock itself is just kind of in between the two. So you don't see any kind of uniform guards, not like you've seen at the warehouse where there's perimeter fences. If you were trying to get into a warehouse, you can see there's guards kind of blocking the warehouse doors. If you're trying to get on a boat, there's people in there with stuff, but nothing screams out as being like armoured fencing. This is going to be difficult. Oh, sorry, armoured guards or guard posts and stuff.
Is there any sort of like uniform for the dock workers?
Looking at them in general, there's no point in rolling for it. Not really. You haven't really seen uniforms. There's a general like garb of the guys that are working, like workmen's clothes. You haven't got lots of people going around in bloody capes or like long jackets. Very much usually some sort of like billowy, stronger cord type trouser and loose shirts of darker colours, because they all look like they're covered in either dirt or dust or something that's coming through from the sea. Even some of the guys that come off the boats, these aren't like you're not seeing like soldiers come off the boats or like admirals or pirates. They just look like cargo ships a lot of the time, and workers that come in. Just some of them have weapons on them as well. But yeah, no general, not one uniform, just a general kind of feel of a workman outfit.
I'm just tickling the weasel.
Sounds weird.
Sort of meandering around, tickling the weasel.
Nice.
I've met up with everyone else and I'm just getting dirt from under my nails.
Nice. Zaga, you would have like kind of rocked up in this point, and kind of as you're trying to look across and see and find your fellow compadres, they're not too difficult to spot. Again, because that general garb of people moving around, you then see like a group of that look like your group, so you can find and catch up pretty quickly.
I slowly meander over, and as I do, I catch sight of Faywin tickling a weasel. And as I approach the group, I'm trying to not make it obvious that I'm staring at the weasel.
Can I tell that he's staring at the weasel?
When you say, so you appear, you're not sneaking up on them.
No, I'm not sneaking up. I'm walking up to the group, but I'm trying to keep the weasel in sight at all times, but not look obvious about clocking the weasel.
Nice. So yeah, as like it comes, I almost in my head I've got that like, do you know the gif of the dragon guy? It's like, what? I'm good. I'm okay. So yeah, there's. Are you gonna try and hide it with a performance check or a deception check, depending on what you're trying to do?
Yeah. I don't want to make it obvious that I'm staring at this weasel because Faywin's obviously playing with it.
Yeah.
But I haven't had much breakfast because I never do, and now I'm seeing this weasel.
Yeah, rather deception or performance, whatever you'd like to do.
Let's go with deception. That's 16.
16. So yeah, you're above everyone's passive perception. So yeah, as Zaga comes up, so can't tell if it's hungover from the night before or he's got a spring in his step. But yeah. Zaga's appeared and he's hovering, but nothing untoward. You can't see the drool dribbling from his lips.
Hey Zaga, did you get everything sorted?
Yeah, I did. I sold the swords. Got a nice little payday. Hey, what's that you're playing with?
Well, this is a. Have you ever seen a weasel before?
No, but I'm intrigued.
He's a friend, Zaga. He He hasn't got a name yet. I'm still trying to think of one for him, but yeah, he'll be joining us on our journey.
You name your food?
Food? It's like he's not food. And I kind of like pull the weasel back slightly into my chest to protect him.
Zaga, talking about food, how would you like to eat food in a spa?
A spa?
North, like, I think he said like 3 weeks walk.
Goddamn, by the time we walk for 3 weeks, we'll need a spa.
Well, exactly, it'll be worth it. I mean, screw the mission, screw whatever. Could just go, out of town for a bit, let our hair down.
Is it just a spa? I think you're not usually the type to want to walk for 3 weeks for a spa.
There's feathers with hats. Oh, hats with feathers.
But you could just buy a hat and get a feather.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I want it professional.
I mean, you got yourself an owlbear feather there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it custom made.
While this conversation is going on, I'm just edging closer to Faywin and the weasel.
And I'm pulling the weasel closer and
Trying
closer.
to be stealthy about it.
I don't think you can be a stealth. Like you've already made your intentions rather clear, so I think you would be slightly heightened to this movement, Faywin, as you see as he's stepping, he's just one step closer towards you, one step closer.
Zaga,
Hey, what's up, Faywin?
I'm gonna need you to stop looking at the weasel like that, Zaga. I've told you he's a friend, not food.
Like what? I'm not doing anything. I'm innocent.
I put my hand out towards Zaga, like in his face, almost like a cartoon when the little ones keep running, and I'm holding them back.
Keeping him literally at arm's reach.
Arm's length,
Yeah.
Maybe I got a sensitive nose, but I smell pan au chocolat. You got me?
What is it with everyone in my panish? I've got half left, but I need to keep it for the weasel. He hasn't eaten much.
No, he'll be fine. I'll take the pan au chocolat.
I tear off a really small, barely a mouthful piece and hand it to Zaga.
I back off slightly, but I'm still looking at the weasel.
Where are you hiding the weasel? Just so we can all be sure the weasel is safe.
He's like up, like nuzzled by my neck, and I'm holding him into my shoulder.
Yeah, that's too high.
Well out of Zaga's reach.
Yeah.
I am tall.
As you give away the pan of chocolate, you feel like the little scratching is like he's reaching out a hand, like pan of chocolate's gone. How long does Speak with Animals last?
10 minutes.
And he would, with some work, will understand verbal commands without Speak with Animals, I think as well.
Yeah.
So you won't have to, for simple commands, you won't have to cast it.
As Zaga keeps watching the weasel, he notices that the weasel's pissed-ish that I'm eating the pan au chocolat. Like, it was clear he wanted to snatch it from the hand.
As you got past over, you're like, fucking hell, you saw the weasel's little hand coming out.
So I'm eating this small piece and looking directly in the weasel's eyes.
Oh,
You would feel, Faywin, that the weasel's starting to like wiggle around a little bit, like his head, as you've got him nuzzled in and he was safe and kind of feeding off your reaction to keep hidden. With the pan of chocolat coming out, it's like stretching out a little bit. You feel the weasel like elongating past, almost catching his face in your peripheral vision as his head pokes out just a little bit further.
Hey. I'm gonna need you to stay close to me. You're only little and we don't know this area, and I look over at Zaga and I'm like, he's always hungry.
The weasel stares intently at Zaga.
I break eye contact with the weasel and I say, so where's this boat we're looking for?
it's not here until 6 o'clock. We're just scoping out the area.
Anything interesting?
I mean, it doesn't seem to be highly guarded, which is good.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jim. About as you're like kind of all
Can we see the other group here as well?
no, the other group. Well, not at first glance. Not as looking around, you can't see anyone there now.
Okay.
I was about to say, as you kind of having a peer around and having a look at what's going on, the dock itself in this one bay was empty, and you see the slow movement of a cargo ship trying to pull its way in. This is early in the morning, so you'd assume this isn't the ship you're waiting for at 6 p.m. But you see a ship starting to come in, so you could see the process of a ship docking, what kind of happens, who moves around when a ship comes in, what happens post and such. If you would like. If there's anything you'd like to see on the kind of like ins and outs of a ship that's being unloaded as one makes its way into the port that you've been told to watch.
I just want to notice how the dock hands or whatever work, and if there's any particular place to go to on the ship, whether one place has less footfall than the other, where we can get sneak in.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Is this just with advantage?
Do it with advantage as you're like keeping an eye on with and you're getting the detail from the spyglass that you need, because the ships are pretty big, and from where you are to not be in the way, you'd be slightly further back.
Okay, question. One of my dice is a 1.
You can't roll it.
With my lucky trait, do I re-roll that one dice? Or?
Yeah, you got it. Congratulations on remembering you have the lucky trait for the first time.
I know, and I've just re-rolled a 1.
I think you can't.
I can only roll it once. I've got to take
it's
the
only be
second one.
once. Okay.
Fortunately, my other dice was a 2.
Well, that's good. So yeah, you don't see much.
So I got 2.
You see a mass. You don't pick up anything more useful than you already were expecting, because you've been around the docks of kind of Nordock in Bryn before. It's where you grew up and cut your teeth. So you're used to seeing you don't see anything unusual that you wouldn't have expected before. Like when the ships come in, there's a mass of movement. There's a mix of dock hands coming out from the warehousing to help with the unloading. Some of the sailors, some of the cargo crew come off and help in as well. You do see that some of the cargo crew leave the ship. Some of the cargo crew tend to stay on the ship, whether they're going in to get supplies or whatever else. That there's the ship kind of gets parked and partially disembarked whilst the cargo unloading's going on. But you do see, as a ship comes in, there's a massive movement of ropes being tied down to the docks, to making sure the ship's in there, the crane going up, the conversation between those on board and off board. So you can see that initial landing, there's a lot of activity, but nothing that's with a 2. Nothing that's like, oh, that's a sneaky little angle, because you're on 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like when they come in, there's a massive activity of people getting on the ship, getting off the ships, getting the cargo ready, getting moved. So you know that there's an initial period of action, and then it starts to quiet down as it's just taking the cargo on and off then, and you can see that some of the sailors would leave the ship at that time, potentially. Anything else anyone would like to look for?
I just want to stare at the cranes because I think they're cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're like they're mainly just like wooden rope, handmade like hand-run pulleys. A few guys using their weight to kind of lift and move the cargo around. You can see the workers that work them are pretty damn good at them, and they get stuff on and off the ship quickly. It's like one of those things where you know when someone's really good at a task, and you're just like, fuck, this person knows what they're doing there. So you can see the crews that when they come out from the warehouses to unload, that they're pretty efficient at getting stuff done.
After they unload, do they immediately reload, or like any more cargo onto the ship?
It'll all depend on the thing. The one that comes in has a few boxes that go on, but it'll all depend on what the manifest is. This is a factory or a warehousing situation, so sometimes it'll just be drop-offs, sometimes it'll be pickups. It all
I was
depends
just
on-
thinking of how successful our last venture went with boxes.
Yeah, you don't know on that one because all you know is that there's a delivery being made. You don't know if there's a reverse. Something you'd have to try and find out.
Brushed off my hands against my legs. I'm like, so, afternoon nap? As I kind of turn to everyone else.
Well, I guess we've done all we can here, I guess. Seen everything we need to see.
I don't really think there was much to see, if I'm honest, but
No, not really.
I mean, there's a new creature in our ranks.
I grin and then look at the weasel.
I also look at the weasel.
You better not be grinning. I could do with getting some more food. I'm all pano chocolated out.
What would you say?
I can hear a second.
Nice. Yeah. So there's nothing else you want to ascertain from here. You see, the ship is still being kind of dealt with as this one's in here, but you can make your way out to somewhere else if you would like to make your way back into the town.
Would it be worth getting, some clothes to fit in with the dock people? Or are we just gonna go like this?
I'm sure Rex can give us the clothes if we ask.
We should probably do that early, maybe. I wonder if they've got anything like really bright that like reflects light. That'd be cool.
I wonder if we can talk her into it. Let's roll a fireball.
We are not setting fire to the ship.
What about the dock as a distraction?
That's just as bad.
Part of the dock? Question mark?
Well, maybe you and Zaga could do your famous act that distracts people again.
That's always worked so well.
It has, I agree, yeah.
I glare at Fabian.
I'm glaring at Saga still.
I think I don't recognise the sarcasm, so I'm like, I'm glad you thought so too.
Nice.
Hey, the last time I sung, I started a riot.
Alright, where would you like to go? What's on the plan?
Let's head back to Vex to see if we can get some clothes.
While we're wandering around, I just want to, keep an ear out and see if any locals are mentioning anything about, parts of bodies being discovered in the river.
Okay, nice.
Because, that kind of news would be spreading if anything had been found.
Yeah, it would be. Yes, as you work your way through the town. No, give me just like a general perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, nice. No, as you walk in, as you walk around, you're kind of like trying to listen in to the conversations you hear. You hear bits and snippets of stuff. There's a lot of talk and more of the signs and the excitement of what's going on in Hot Valley, what's happening in the casino. Don't hear anything about bodies, but you do hear about there's a problem with ducks going missing from the duck pond.
I disregard that because it's clearly not a problem.
I don't know what that means. You're like, oh shit, that's annoying. I like those ducks. Someone's taking the ducks, goddammit. Sweet, but no, you don't hear anything about the.
Is anyone investigating the ducks? Do I hear anything about that?
You don't get enough. You just hear that a few people have said like, oh, someone's been stealing ducks out of the thing, and they're like, oh, who would do a thing like that? And we kind of hear a few bits of gossip here and there from people. There's not a huge amount of parks in Redvant, so news of one being slightly spoiled is spreading a little bit. But yeah, it's not like it's a riot.
I disregard.
Cool. So you make your way back to the Sunday.
As my speak of animal is wearing off, I'd like to tell the weasel, like, I'm not going to be able to speak to you like this for much longer. So I need you to stay safe, okay? Just stay close to me. If that little dragon looks at you for too long, I need you to go into my pocket and stay there.
Got it.
If you get hungry, Yeah, I'll keep putting a little bit of food in, but don't
Always
eat too much. You're going to make yourself sick, okay?
I'm always hungry, but yeah, stay away from the dragon.
Anyone who looks scary, just
Oh, anyone.
if you're not sure, then just run. But come back because I found you now and you're my friend. Please don't leave me.
Sounds kind of possessive.
You are mine.
No, I'm always hungry. I'll stay safe. I'll stay in the pocket, and you feed me. Let's go.
Yes.
Nice. I mean, the weasel's going to sleep. This is comfy as fuck in the pocket, getting fed pan of chocolate. It's nice. It's a good life. So yeah, you head your way back through. It doesn't take you too long. You know the route's now back towards the Silent Dagger. Early-ish in the morning still, probably getting around to it just before lunchtime. Marcus is in the keep, but there's no one else in the pub this early. And you can make your way down to talk to Vex.
I won't go down. I won't bother. I'll stay in the pub area.
Yep.
I'll go up to Marcus and see if there's any lunch.
Lunch? Well, we could do something if you want. You want some... well, I mean, I can do what we had for breakfast, pretty much. We don't really get a big lunchtime crew. Can have an ale.
Yeah, I didn't really eat much lunch. Can I get an ale and maybe some meat cuts and a couple of pan au chocolats?
A couple of pan au chocolats. Oh, you did get a pan au chocolats from me, didn't you? Where did you get a pan au chocolats from?
The posh one.
No, it's the posh one. There's no fun. This was
it
just
not
bread.
here?
No, it was the
I
one
thought
where
like
you
they
got
would
hot
do
chocolate.
pocketing pastries from here all the time.
No, I've
No.
been pocketing bread from here,
Yeah.
and then pan au chocolate from the Laughing Halfling and the.
Oh, in that case, I won't ask specifically for pan au chocolate.
Yeah.
I'll ask if he's got any pastries.
You can get black pudding here.
Yeah.
I say to him at the bar.
Well,
Not even a dragon wants to eat that shit.
we got some more in because your little halfling thing, most of it. No, pastries. No, I could do some toast. We got bread and cheese and delicious chunks of meat, as you know. The kitchen isn't the best.
I'll take the ale, the meat, and some cheese.
The ale, the meat, and some cheese. Lovely. That'll set you back a tiny little 6 silver. That's obviously got
6 silver.
6 silver. And don't try and sing for this one because there's no one here to sing to, and we all know what happened last time.
6 silver is extortionate. There's only 2 for the ale.
Yeah, that's 6 is all included. 2 for the ale. Well, how much do you think? You think meat grows on trees? Got to kill animals for that.
It grows on animals.
Exactly, and I've got to kill the animals. Well, I don't kill the animals.
Hand over 6 silver and I look grumpy about it.
Jesus. Enjoy the
Do you
animals.
have any more of that, Marcus?
Oh, we got loads of...
Don't give her any. Give it all to me.
I won't complain about the price, Marcus.
What are you looking for?
It's kind of the same. If you've got any bread, that would be great.
We've got bread. You want a whole loaf or you just want a little bit?
I'll take a loaf, please, and some meat cuts.
Nice. Okay, well, that'll be... Oh, Jesus. We've got to work it out. That'll be 32 copper. 3 silver and 2 copper pieces. Whatever you want. You do the change wherever you want.
How much was it, sorry? 32 copper?
32 copper.
I hand it over and I smile. And then I look at Bagger and I smile at him as well.
Nice. Yeah, he gives you a full life.
I'll take all your black pudding there, Marcus. Some meat and
All the black pudding.
and a milk, please.
Oh. Milk and black pudding.
That's gonna curdle.
That doesn't sound good, but whatever you want. It's like that black pudding we got especially for you. You're taking the whole lot again. You sure you want the whole lot now?
Well, I mean, if you keep it aside for me, I'll take a quarter now. Then.
Honestly, we had the other half in there for a very long time, and if you're going to eat it all the time, we'll keep it to the side. It's, you know what? People aren't coming in here asking for black pudding all the time. So I think.
Grand. I'll take a quarter what you got, a bit of meat and a glass of milk, please.
Oh, lovely stuff. All right, that'll be 7 silver for that.
Grand.
Nice.
And you didn't even get an ale.
Black pudding's
No,
expensive.
but I got black pudding. That's better than ale.
Nice. Who will be going down to speak to Veth?
our famous leader.
Yeah, I'm
I look at
bonbons.
What's that fuck?
I guess it's me.
Here I go again on my own.
Well, it's the least chance of anyone being psychically attacked.
You say that.
You'll die. Yeah, nice. No, Marcus waves you through to go downstairs, and as you come and knock on the door, walk your way into the office, Vex is in there with Val, who's there as well. Would it be Val, actually? No. It's not Val. There is someone that you haven't actually...
Soda Bugbird, not Soda
No.
Bugbird.
No, the rest of them are out on the thing. It would be there's a human male that's part of that group as well, but I don't think you've actually spoken to. He's been part of the table in there, so you recognise him by face. Tall guy, kind of broad-shouldered, slightly rugged, like stubbly face, not quite a beard, but stubbly. Bald head. And you can see across his like head and face, there's like there's like some light scarring in places, some like slightly deeper cuts in other places. It looks like he's seen a few things, like deep blue eyes, and he's in there just talking to Vex as you kind of knock and he walks in. And she says, Von, good to see you. Have you been out to the port side already?
Yes, we went over there. They didn't really get too much details, to be honest, but I mean, you can see it's not heavily guarded, which is good. We wanted to ask if we can get some clothes a bit more suitable to being around the docks, I guess, if you're able to get hold of that for us.
Yes, we've got the for Eric and team, we've got the garb for their delivery side, so I'm sure there's no problem in us roughing up a few more. So for everybody, just to blend in, we've got. I mean, it's not expensive.
Yeah, for everyone.
Perfect. No, that's fine. That's good. That sounds perfect. So you've been down. The Eric and team are scouting the facility now, and we were just handing over. And I'm glad you're here. Was there anything else you required?
No, I don't believe there was really anything, to be honest. I feel like we're well set up for going back tonight. I mean, is there anything that you guys have found out that we should probably know about?
Nothing that the team have brought back already, although it is still early. And she kind of looks towards Eric, and he's been watching you as you've had the conversation. He just steps forward and he puts his right hand out to shake your hand. He goes, "Hi, I'm Eric."
I shake his hand. Hi, I'm Von Van.
Yeah, we've not had much chance to chat. Val does a shit ton of the talking. You guys seem to be handling yourself fairly well.
At times, yes.
Yeah, just at times. Interesting. So yeah, we understand that we're running this tag team today, are we?
It seems that way, yes.
I've heard that you guys are slightly, what was the word Val used? Fucking loose cannons. So anything we should be aware of? We're looking for a pretty easy in and out job here. We've got cargo to get out, and we can provide you some sort of distraction or bits if you need. But you're not gonna try and fucking blow the boat up or anything stupid, are we?
Not if I have any say in the matter. And I'd go more for unorthodox.
Unorthodox. I like it. Confidence in your approach. But no, we have the guys are down there now, working out how to fucking lift. We've got that. The bugbear is useful for his strength, but he doesn't like being told what to do. I think you had a slight run-in with him, so he'll be the one for Val to look after. But yeah, the rest of us seem pretty confident in getting this cargo off the ship. You guys good for getting on? Anything you need us to pass over?
I mean, I think we should be fine. Let's say we will try and not get in your way, and hopefully it's all goes smoothly.
Well, that's what we're hoping for as well. I mean, we should be in and out, getting the cargo off the ship. Once we're done and off the ship, we're fine. I'm not sure how we're getting rid of the cargo crew, but we will leave that to the others to work out. But yes, our job is going to be once the cargo's gone, we are getting out of there. So yeah, I wouldn't hang around.
Yeah, are we expecting the ship to depart as soon as you get back off?
We haven't the foggiest. We're assuming they're coming in for a few supplies. Normally the crews disappear for a little bit. We have no idea whether the Oswald's team have actually sent someone else with the ship or not. So that'll be one to watch out for you guys. But yeah, I imagine it's not going to be hanging around too much longer after delivery's made. Okay,
that's good to know. Well, not good to know, but it's worth knowing.
Yeah, no, it's going to be we're hoping a nice, easy job. Obviously, you guys have got a bit more of the fun than we have, which is a little bit disappointing. But I suppose we've got the important job, so all evens out in the end.
Well, you're welcome to come join the fun.
Do you know what? I would love to. We'll see what happens. Yeah, if you live up to your reputation, I'm sure we'll be getting involved at some point. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out. Vex is not fumbling, that's the wrong word, is kind of behind, rooting through one of the cupboards. She turns around and says, good, so the last thing we want to make sure that you guys were equipped in case anything were to happen. And she puts down 4 healing potions, gives 2 to Eric and gives 2 to you, Von. They are basic potions of healing. She goes, we're not expecting anything bad to happen, but better to be prepared than to have to clean up a mess. And like we say, we want to make sure that as much as possible this isn't linking back to us in any way, shape or form. If we can pass this off as a coven thing or pass it off as some general banditry or piracy, that would be great. And getting away with what Zarkul wants is the name of the game. So we just want to make sure that you guys are prepared. So do with these what you will. Please try not to sell them. They're difficult to get hold of. But that's from Zarkul himself. Eric, was there anything else that you guys needed? And he's like, he's all soiled. He grabs the bag, like a duffel bag, which is, you assume, got all the clothes and stuff is. He kind of gives you like a little salute and says, we'll see you out there tonight, Von.
See you tonight.
Walks out the door. So and Vex is like, perfect. So 2 potions of healing. They've got 2 potions of healing and cloves. And she's like, cool, we'll get the cloves sorted. I'll get Marcus to grab some more. Was there anything else that you guys required? There's still some time, some prep that can be done. But if you're ready to get on, I suppose, no time like the present.
Yeah, no, I feel like we are well equipped. I can't think of anything else that we will need. I'm sure if Zaga was down here and asked for another scroll of fireball, but obviously we were not going to go anywhere near that.
Yes, please try not to sink Oswald's ship.
Oh, don't worry, I made that very clear to him. We're not going to be sinking any ships today.
Yes, that would arouse a little more suspicion than we're going for. If we can get the goods off the ship and into our possession before anybody really realises what's gone on, that's great. And if you guys can pull off something a little extra to sweeten the deal, I'm sure that's going to help Zarkul in his work. So yeah, we're looking to just disrupt the Coven's work here as much as possible. So yes, as long as you guys are happy, then I'm happy. Everyone knows what's going on. It should all go.
Okay. So shall we just wait upstairs till we've got those clothes and just go from there?
I will send through to Marcus to grab some more out. We grabbed a whole range of sizes, not knowing who was going to be doing what. So I'm sure there'll be something for you all to find and appropriately attire yourself with. And then yes, over to you. We will not be present this night, but we'll be waiting here. And of course, if anything goes wrong, please do not return to the Silent Dagger in the same evening, just in case. We don't want a repeat of last night.
Okay.
Perfect. Well, good luck. Don't forget the potions, and I shall hopefully see you with good news and lots of loot to show for your efforts this evening.
No. Hopefully we will, yes.
Perfect. That's kind of expecting the rates for you to leave, unless there's something else you want to go from there. You guys that are in the bar, you see Eric kind of come up and you recognise him from that table, but he doesn't really, kind of gives you a slight glance, but with his duffel bag just heads straight out. It kind of gives a wave to Marcus as he leaves and goes out the front door. As Von, you make your way back to the group upstairs, all kind of, well, most eating or drinking, enjoying different meats. And it's about lunchtime, so it's up to you guys.
I was taking a nap in the corner in a chair. He may or may not be snoring. I can roll a check for it if you'd like.
So, you do like the slight whistle.
That's an 8
Yeah, it's a whistle.
on the snoring.
It's not quite raw. But yeah, Von, you are back. Over to you guys. Is there anything you would like to do, catch up, plan before, or we can get yourself ready for the arrival of Zibot?
So Vex is going to sort out the clothes for us. Said we'd wait up here for, I think she's going to get Marcus to deliver them to us. She's given me these 2 potions of healing. Do any of you want to hold on to them, or do you want me to keep hold of them?
Oh, can we sell them?
I think it's best we keep hold of them. Just in case, you know.
Save they win some money.
Yeah. I bought one before. They're hard to come by and very expensive, so maybe keep these ones. Hey, if we don't use them, we could sell them after, maybe.
I mean, it's probably always useful to have them on us at any point, but we could possibly. Do you want to hold on to them, Fabian?
No, it's okay. You can hold.
Okay.
I look quite disappointed in myself because I feel like I've been corrupted by this group. Because I never would have imagined selling it before or being a scumbag, but I'm starting to change.
I'm starting to change for the worse. Perfect. If you don't want to discuss any plans or anything, then up to you guys. Want to roll forward to how would you like to approach? As much as you know that at 6 o'clock the ship is going to come in, the other crew are going to be there to start unloading. Would you like to be there ready at 6 when the boat arrives? Would you like to come a little bit after? You can get there early and kind of try and blend your way in and hide amongst places and get yourself ready. Completely up to you. But whatever you decide now, we'll do, and then we'll take a pee break and then we'll come back.
How close are there any inns actually close to the docks? Or are they all further back up this way?
They're all further back up. So the docks, the closest one to the docks is the actual Silent Dagger, because it's towards the way that the Bearport kind of goes when it joins back with the land, and where the one bridge comes across. It comes across to the south part of the sea, which is closer to the Silent Dagger. The rest of all the inns are to the north. The only thing to the south would be the elf encampment, Old Valley.
Okay.
Old Valley? Is that what called? What do they call it? Old Bridge? Old Bridge.
Old Bridge.
Yeah, that's on the. If you were to come south out of Bearport and not take the bridge, you could come round almost go along the river, follow it. If you followed the river out of Bearport, you'd land at that broken bridge, which is that Old Bridge. So you could go south to the elves.
Okay. So when he said the crew usually come on land, so it's like just for what, like half hour or so, or
yeah, depending on how much you're loading. It's all going to depend on how much is being loaded and what's going on there. So yeah, there's going to be crew. They usually, some of them will stay to supervise, some of them will leave to go and get supplies and whatever else. So yeah, you could. If you were there before, you'd be able to see the other group that are there are probably going to see the whole thing, so you could check in with them if you wanted. But it's whether you want to stay away from the other group completely for stealth reasons. But yeah, if you were to get there early, you'd be able to track the crew coming off, I suppose.
Just thinking as a possible idea, maybe grabbing a couple of beers from here to getting someone to greet the crew coming off the ship. Maybe take them away for a bit with a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is your time to get whatever plan you're in. When we come back from pee break, it will be like, okay, it's about to be 6 o'clock. You're in. So if there's any bits you want to get in and discuss between yourselves now, just for
might be wise to find somewhere else to stay before we do this. If we're not coming back here.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I feel like we need to. Do something to try and maximise our time on the ship.
Also, if we're looting stuff, I'm sorry if this has already been said out of character. If we're looting stuff, how do we then? Where are we storing that looted stuff?
Bag of holding.
Yeah, back on.
I mean, yeah, okay, fair.
We'll just chuck it all at Zaga, and he can hold it.
Like you don't
Have you
trust Zaga to hold it.
Well, yeah. Everything that's gone in that bag has been sold.
It's true.
He's a little rich dragon right now.
Not that rich. I've only got 125 gold.
But that's 3.
Profiting from all your guys killing.
This is not sharing.
You should definitely have more than that. Did you add the
I was being-
25? Did you add the 25 from last time?
Me?
Everyone.
I did, yes.
I did.
Yeah, I did. I was just being.
I definitely did.
dramatic.
You have to remember, I spent a lot on armor as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
I added it twice to make sure I remembered.
And just wiping all of your pockets now.
No, I've got less than. I don't even think I've got 35 because I keep spending on stupid things.
Nice. So, plan. Anything you guys want to plan? Like I say, when we come back from pee break, it will be coming into 6 o'clock. You're either going to be there before or after. What's your plan of attack? And then it will likely go into.
I say we just get there and wing it. That's what we're best at.
Define best.
I mean, we haven't failed yet.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
It might be wise if dressed like the workers, just to sort of be milling around with the other workers, perhaps.
Yeah. So Vexis has sort those close out, so that's good.
Did you want to
Yeah,
find somewhere
they've
else to
been
stay,
dropped
Corin?
Well, I mean, if we're not supposed to be coming back here, it might be wise to go and find somewhere else and get changed whenever I saw all that stuff there rather than being here.
If worst comes to worst, we can always go see those Alps down by the forest.
I've got a question to the group. Are we even allowed anywhere else? I feel like we're barred.
Well,
Depends how many places there are.
we're barred from the Laughing Halfling. From what you guys said about the druids,
We can't
Grove?
do that.
Yeah.
it doesn't
That place is
seem
wild.
like a sort of place to get any sleep.
If we want to drink all night, it's the place.
I mean, there's the place I went when I went for that meeting with the other people.
That's true.
This on Shamrock, was it?
Yeah. This is Shamrock.
But they want something from us that, so far, we're apparently not willing to sell them.
Well, I mean, I am, but I don't know about everyone else.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But I mean, we can always stay there. We don't have to give them any information. We can just say we don't know anything yet.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It's
Okay,
sensible
if
to
there's
go there
anyone else
straight
in town.
after.
Like I said, if needs must, we can go down near the forest and see those Alps, and I'm sure they'll
Yeah,
put us up.
That
Are there any
might be
other
the
inns
best
around?
option.
No, not that you know of. No, all that you have hit all the inns that are in Southtown. Silent Dagger, Druid's Grove, Laughing Halfling, This and Shamrock.
Maybe tomorrow we need to buy some tents.
Or
Because
sorry,
this
and
is
the other
not
place you have is the at Old Bridge with the elves. The elves have always said that you've got kind of, because of what you've done, you've got board there. If you
Yeah, I think that might well be the best option for us.
The only option, I think.
You're going to hide in the woods? Is that what's happening here?
The opposite is in.
You
Yeah,
might
well,
get
that's-
lucky out of the hippogriff might be there.
I'm on board. Let's do it. Why are we going to the woods?
Right, so now we've got that. That's just later. We probably can't come back and stay here tonight just in case. So that's later sorted. Now we need to sort out plan of action for the docks.
I say we get in, steal everything that's not nailed down, and then sink the boat.
We are not sinking any boat. I don't.
I look at Arthur.
I put a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up and don't say anything else.
I look at Ron and shrug.
Shake my head. We go out there, we mill around with the workers, and we just, when the opportunity presents itself, we sneak on board.
Hell yeah, wing it. But guys, just bear with me. If we sink the boat, they won't know what's been stolen.
I mean, surely some of them can swim. I mean, how deep do you think the port is? I don't think it's that deep.
How would you plan to sink the boat anyways?
That's a good question. I'm sure we can come up with a way.
You mean like do it sneakily?
If only we had a scroll of fire. Fireball.
Only. One can dream.
Oh, we'll just get the loot and we get out of there. That's the best there.
Let's do it. I prepared a new spell last night. It should be useful.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Everyone is worried.
And then I'd give him a thumbs up anyway.
Yeah. Cool. So you want to arrive just before 6? Just after 6? An hour before? Or how do you want to play this for like being prepared?
About half an hour before.
Yep.
As we're looking to turn up, Art turns to the group and he goes, a bit early. I mean, I usually like to turn up fashionably late.
I just want to see the others get in and out.
Unfortunately, if we turn up fashionably late, there'll be no boat to get on.
I thought we were sinking the boat.
No. This is going to be crazy.
Right.
My head is in my hands.
Yeah. In real life or in game?
Both.
Right. Cool. Sweet. Okay.
Guys, got another idea. Instead of sinking the boat, what if we steal it and sail up north to the spa?
You know how to sail a boat, Dagger, about that size.
No, but it doesn't look that difficult. I'm sure we can figure it out.
Can't be that hard. I mean, it's just wind. And, I mean, hanging around with you guys for a while, after those black puddings, I think there's a lot of wind we can use.
And the milk. Don't forget the milk is curdling with.
So we're going to steal a ship and power it by farts.
You guys are crack
Well, when you
squad.
say it like that.
What a
Yeah,
crack squad.
now it sounds silly. Why do you have to make it sound silly? You're always a joker, aren't you?
Have you prepared for that eventuality?
What have you guys trying to do? I have every eventuality planned.
Even that? Even a boat powered by fart?
By far. I mean, yeah, of course. It doesn't work.
Oh.
You cannot power a boat by fart.
What about if I roll a nat 20?
You fart really loudly into the water.
Strength.
Quipper bites your bum.
Fart so hard a little bit of poop comes up.
Yeah. You shit your
Oh,
intestines.
black pudding and milk, yes.
Cool. So I'm glad to
I
see
feel
the
like we've
plan.
gone off the rails.
Yeah, I feel like
so
you've
boring.
planned really well for this, and this is going to go perfectly.
Yes,
Cool. Let's
definitely.
take a pee break. Get everyone ready. Get your drinks. Get your caffeine. Get all right there because we're coming back to the dance. It's going to be 5:30. So like dusk is setting in because it's still winter. It's early Jan. So it's getting dark. So there will be dim light. But I think you all have dark vision.
All except Corin.
I have my
He has
magical
the
goggles.
that
You've
he
got the
stole.
you've got the goggles, right? Yeah, good.
No, the goggles I already had. Goggles I already had.
Cool. So you will have dark vision, but yeah. So the light will be coming down as the ships come in. There'll be like sconces and lamps that are lit as it gets into the evening. But yeah, let's take a quick pee break, get ourselves prepped, and then we should be back to see what the fuck happens after. I can't wait.
So how many are there of the other group?
5
There's 5 of them.
Wow.
There's a huge boat.
Sick.
equal
Are they
size.
like from Community? Are they like the evil versions of us with mustaches?
That would be good. If I'd watched Community before planning who they were, they probably would have been actually. To be fair. So
Bugbear's actually just got wild shape on.
yeah. It's like haha, gotcha. So this is the boat. You've got the boat at the back here. This is where, if you need, we can move the spotlight cam to move around, see what's going on. You have the dock area down in front of you here, and this back area is where the crane is, but I don't have a crane, unfortunately. So as you were kind of looking at this area, you've got the front along the warehouses. You've got two big warehouses at the back here. You've got the crane for unloading, which is on this kind of this corner here. And the dock runs down. It does run behind, but doesn't. It's not raised on the other side. It's just like a pontoon the other side of it here.
What are those 4 things that look like missile launchers?
Yeah, they do look like missile launchers. They're like defences. They're like flood defences. We'll say any area that's hit. Oh, this is what I needed my blue pen for. This is all sludge, like difficult terrain. Anything here, and then obviously behind here is water because the boat came in here. I just don't have an appropriate map. So yeah, anything off the dock round here is that sludgy mud that you would see when you were kind of observing here. So the dock runs up from the concreted side. This is kind of a sludgy mess, but the dock is clean and raised slightly above, and then you've got the boat which is in the dredged down part of the dock. Does that make sense? So,
yes.
As you are to come, so I don't have anything for a crane. I print a million things.
Did have asked for a grappling hook?
Just use a mic stand.
I've got a giant tree that looks a little bit like it.
God, let's see whether the internet can hold. Oh my god, look at the size of that boat! I've just opened up the thing. That looks so cool.
Cool. That's don't fall over, please. That's the crane.
What
It's
about
a tree.
when I got it?
Nice. So you guys will have kind of come in and entered from down here on the left. Where would you like to place yourselves before the boat is obviously here now? But we'll say that as the boat's coming in, you have opportunities to kind of place yourself before get going. Where would you like to be, and do you need anything moved camera-wise? So just shout. 'Cause the idea of this top cam now is that I can just hopefully wiggle it across the entire map to show you what the fuck's going on. But
How
we
high
see-
above the boat is the crane?
how high? They're not that high. It's on a.
As
It's on
in,
like a boom
could I jump down
mast.
from it without getting fall damage?
Oof. No. No. Was it? Because it'd be more than 10 foot. If you were at the top of the crane, because the crane's.
Is it overhanging the boat?
Yeah,
essentially?
it will overhang the boat, and then that foot. This is handy for this. That drop from the top. You could ride the rope down, but if you were to fall, it's going to be like a 20-foot fall.
And what's the damage per fall?
It's one. I want to say 1d10, but it might not be. Per 10 foot. Is it 1d6 per 10 foot? 1d6 per 10 foot. So it'd be 2d6 fall damage if you were to fall. But of course, there's going to be people operating the crane. So, yeah, when we get in and see where you guys are, you'll see where you can see the rest of the crew that are there. But
I was
you're
going to say,
imagining
do we know where the other ones are positioned?
So yeah, you can start to look. So as you guys, make your way in, the sun's starting to set, and you see the ship starting to pull its way in. There's still a hustle and bustle of people moving around across the dockyard, and if you are looking out for them, you spot there's a crew, and you see one that looks like a bugbear that are kind of hanging around the crane area. So you will see at least. 2 of them out there. So I suppose it's for you guys. Where would you like to be, and would you like to start rolling anything for the boat, for the area, for anything else that is around?
Can I roll a perception check to see if they've started unloading the boat?
You can see they haven't. I will tell you that now already. So what we'll have is this is like your preparation round as the boat's starting to come in. So as you guys you get there half an hour before, you kind of having a mill around and having a look. This is that half an hour prep as the boat. You can see the boat coming in. It takes a long time, but as it's starting to make its way in, you've got this half an hour. So where do you want to put yourself to start with? Is there anything you want to catch as the boat's coming in. But for something like, have they started unloading yet? The answer is clearly no, because the boat's not landed yet.
Oh, right. Okay. So I misunderstood that. That's cool.
No, yeah, it's only because I don't want to have to move the boat. It's lots of pieces.
I've started self-finish. I want to be by the crane, so I want to essentially climb the crane, and when I use the crane to start unloading, I want to go down with the rope crane thing and get in that way.
You want to climb the crane? Okay, so we'll put you down towards this warehouse. Down here. How far is this actually going to stretch?
I mean, this is going to go disastrously, but why not?
Are we all? So we're all dressed in our garb.
Yeah. So you're all given by Marcus some garb, and you can take whatever you want from that. And it's just more to like, you could get away with like throwing a bit of a I'd say like a bomber jacket, like a leather workman's jacket, kind of over the top of stuff if you wanted to. I wouldn't say you need to. You're not looking to wholly disguise yourself. If someone was to stop you and actually look, and you're fully geared, that they might ask some questions, but you've got enough to kind of make yourself blend in at least enough with these guys until you are.
I'm going to stand just outside, and I'm going to spend sort of 10 minutes just perfecting my one of the dock workers' voices.
Yeah, nice, cool. Anywhere outside?
Near the entrance. Make it look like I'm leaning against the wall every now and then with the pipe, like I'm about to start my shift.
Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. By the warehouse.
Cleaning your nails.
Yeah.
Nah. Dock workers don't do that. I assume. Not in the job, anyway.
Yeah, not in the job.
That's more a pedicure when you get home, sort of thing.
Pedicure when you get home, sort of thing. Anybody else? Just for Stein. Like, there's obviously no comment. It's just wherever you're placed, and then or what do you want to do with the ship coming in? Because obviously there's a chance to try and scope some stuff or be close enough to see that when people disembark, I want to be able to see this. If there's an action or a piece of information you want to gain from the ship coming in, I can place you appropriately for that. Like Burns saying, I want to climb the crane. Well, then you're going to be close to the crane, aren't you?
I'm going to hang back, I guess, closer to the warehouses and just watch while the other crew do their thing first.
Yep, okay, I'll put you with Arta so you don't look too suspicious. You kind of stood together. Yeah, you notice.
And Arta and Zaga together do look very suspicious.
That's true. They're not so suspicious that they're not suspicious.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
I've lost. Oh, there it is. Von and Feynman. The Alps.
I think I'll stay fairly far back as well.
Yeah. To back towards, so you just want to kind of hug this wall, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of, and we're saying hug the wall.
It'd be a bit
milling
further
about
along, like, a bit further along towards that sort of area.
Yeah, you can just mill about. You can look busy without looking suspicious. Just look, and there's enough people kind of moving backwards and forwards or dropping in from the shift or delivering stuff off there. You kind of can blend in fairly easily.
I'll do the same, but kind of a little bit closer to the barrier things. The big missile launcher thing.
Yeah. Flood defences, they're not missile launchers.
Flood defences, yes.
They look like missile launchers, they're just big bits of wood. Cool. So yeah, you are set up. You see actually that there are, for you closer, 3 of the crew up and manning the crane. You can see the tiefling, the female tiefling is kind of like, from your position, Ben, you can see that she's like having a word with the bugbear to be like, just fucking stay on track with this thing. So they're going through bits of whatever their plan is. And kind of as you are milling about, you feel a little tap on your shoulder as Val is standing next to you, and he's like, you are hanging back, are we? We've got a, what's your plan?
Well, I thought I'd, when they use a crane to unload, I'd be on the crane, on the rope, and get into the ship that way.
You want to jump up on the crane, okay? That's quite the plan. You want us to, that's going to be difficult to pass you off as a piece of rope. You want us to be surprised by this, or, I'm trying to think how I can help in any way to disguise you on this one.
I mean, you could cause some sort of distraction. You could maybe sabotage the crane, so I have an excuse to be up there to, try and fix it. I don't know. Well,
Fixing the crane. Okay. Well, let me see what I.
maybe it gets jammed on something, and I'm up there trying to free it.
But we need to make sure that we get the goods. You remember the number one is to get the goods.
Yeah, you do your job, and if you can help, then please do.
Okay. Leave it with me. I got a little plan, bro. I think I can get you. At least get you part of the way there. The rest of it's going to be up to you. And he goes, we got given these earlier, and I think they're going to be a better place for you than they are going to be with us. And he kind of just like through the back of his hand down to you, drops a potion into your hand, and then when you take it in pocket, he drops you another one.
Are these health potions? Or?
Yeah, but yeah, if you can have like a sneaky peek. It's a little bit dark, but yeah, as he's there doing it, he's like, we got these, but we're not going to need them for our job. We should be in and out, no problems there. So don't fuck up too much. Get in, get some good stuff, and hopefully we'll all be having a drink later tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
Once he's done that, that conversation, he kind of saunters back over, and he's hanging around. He's definitely given himself the supervisor role for the crane, as the three of his crew are there. Would anybody, as the boat starts to slowly moor its way in, you hear a couple of guys shouting from the deck down. You hear a few of some dock hands come out, and there's a few people dotted about and kind of waiting. Oh, I've got people. I should use them. There's a few people just kind of dotted about, waiting to take ropes and tie off the ship as it's coming in. Would anybody like to check for anything, or would we do just a general perception check for the boat?
So do we know if it's the dock workers that will be unloading or the people on the ship that will be unloading? Do we know that in advance?
You are hoping that the other team are going to be the ones that are unloading from the dock side at least.
Okay.
Because that's what the plan is. They're supposed to be getting the stuff off from the ship. From what you kind of ascertained, that it may be that some of the guys on the ship will help with that situation. So it'll be a mixed party. You're hoping.
Okay, so for my perception check, can I see how many figures I can see on the boat as it kind of comes into harbour?
Definitely. Yeah.
That is a.
These have all got swords, but don't panic.
That's 7.
7. Nice. You see there is one that is giving the shouts as they're coming in. You can see one person's up on the front, on the top part, just shouting down, trying to get kind of crew in the right position. And there's a few crewmen. Actually, let me switch this one out. That are kind of dotted. These have got swords, but these guys actually don't have swords. That are dotted around, waiting to grab ropes or tie stuff off or do general, I don't know, ship. But yeah, with the 7, you can see this one person at the top shouting down to the sides as the boat's slowly starting to come in, and they're trying to obviously get it into place and stop in the sludgy dock. Anybody else?
Is that this potion of healing? I can only see like the greatest soups.
You have to search. Don't click on potions when you're searching.
Yeah.
In the inventory, just search heal and it should come up.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
Yeah, for some reason it doesn't filter as a potion.
Yeah, I know, it's really nice.
Oh yeah, it's under gear. That's strange.
Perfect. So the ship's starting to come in now. You hear him calling. Your ropes come down. And you see as the ship kind of just like gently, like almost not ground, but almost grounds itself slightly. You hear it, and you hear the creaking of the ship as it stops. And then there's a shout, the rope's going down, things getting tied up, and you see this massive activity as the boat gets secured by the ground team that are running around. Passing by you as you're kind of milling about here. Only 3 or 4 of these workers are out, and once the ship starts to get tied down, you see there's some ropes coming down from the front, 2 from the front and 2 from like kind of the midriff down, close to big old stakes that are kind of in the marshy land that they've tied off some of the boat to. The person up the top shouting, and then it gives a shout down to the kind of crew to start moving on with their bits. So over to you guys, how you want to deal with rolling on this. We can go turn-based if you'd like, or we can just take it with whatever actions you'd like to go for. But yeah, at the moment, you can only see there's one dude, and the ship has stopped.
Can I see? Is it clear as to whether there's any like pets on board the ship?
Any pets?
Could be in view from like on the top of the ship at all?
Yeah, give me a perception check. You haven't got the spyglass.
That is an 8.
An 8. You can't see any pets. You can't see, but you do see. There is a figure. So this top up here is where the wheelhouse is, where the wheel is, and you can see there's a figure up there. You can't make out what the figure is, but it looks to be like a slightly larger figure. Is up, definitely on the top for now, as it comes in.
Okay.
At least one figure, but you can see one figure. Guys, we're all good in your checks. So yeah, boat gets tied off. Give the shout over, and you start to see. So as these dock workers start making their way across, you start to see the shout from the guy at the top, and a few people leaving the ship. You see one, two leave, and come. There's like a rope ladder gets thrown over the side. 2 start coming down, and then after a couple of minutes, a third figure starts coming down. Short man, looks to be a gnome, and of let me check actually. I just said that it is definitely a gnome. But yeah, a gnome coming down over the side of the ship, and as they come down, follow off from the rest of the crew and kind of pass by you guys there. I don't think anybody would recognise them from the off, but yeah, you see a gnome and 2 crew members kind of come over the side of the ship, start making their way back round. One of the crew members comes around to the cargo crew and start giving them some paperwork and some manifest. You can't, without being close, you will be able to see. But yeah, you see two crew members leave, and then this one gnome figure leave as well.
Is it Danny?
Actually, it would be very similar to that. So I was just trying to work out if it was a dark name or wasn't, like a deep name. Sorry.
We fought deep knives before. As I see, that was dwarf, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I see the gnome, and a single tear rolls down my face as I recall being bullied by one many years ago.
I forgot that. That's funny. No, it's just it's not a deep name. So yeah, it's slightly. Where we got here? Cool. So yeah, jet black hair on this gnome, slightly dirtied, darker skin as you see when he passed by. Quite a big coat for his size, but for your size, small. As this gnome kind of makes his way off the ship, comes down and kind of will pass close to where Faywin, where you and Von are, and heads. It looks like they're making their way into town. The other 2 that come off, one goes and checks over, hands over some paperwork you can see happening with the cargo crew over here, and then they again start to make their way into town. One's still on top from what you can see at the moment.
I want to cast invisibility on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to touch myself.
Yeah.
You're not out of
concentration. It's a concentration that lasts for an hour.
Okay.
If it's not interrupted. And then I'm going to approach the rope ladder and make sure that no one's coming down and sneak my way onto this boat.
Nice.
Is anybody over there with me? Sorry, I've forgotten.
Arthur's kind of close to you, but you're all kind of milling about the...
Okay, before I cast invisibility, I signal to Arthur that I'm going to go to the boat. I don't know if he watches long enough to notice that I disappear.
I probably... Oh, no, my passive perception's quite high, so I probably do notice you disappear. No, my passive perception's only 13. I probably don't. So, oh, there you go.
Nice. So
Sneak
you
around.
are invisible for an hour unless interrupted.
Yeah, it's concentration, so
Yeah.
if there might be need to roll a saving roll.
If anything happens. Nice. Do I have invisible or do I have invisible? Nice. You are invisible. I've got all of the little things. Perfect. You start making your way forward, passing by, dodging to make sure you don't see anyone. Give me a stealth check for getting up the ladder quietly.
Is a 17.
17. Nice. These guys are super high passive.
Can I just say I really like the thing underneath that says invisible.
Invisible,
That's
yes.
really cool.
He actually prepared that. Look at it.
Invisible.
That's so cool.
Ready. Nice. So you get yourself up onto the ship. Can you give me I'll give you stuff for general perception, but give me a perception roll anyway for your passive, just in case you get any.
Perception roll
do I need to make that?
is a 19.
19, very nice. So as you get up and over, you kind of crouch down, keep yourself to the back of the boat. You see what is there in front of you. I can't work out if that's too dark on camera or not. It looks like it might be. Or is that just my screen? Can you guys see? Because I don't want you to not be able to see.
I think I see a door there.
Yeah, okay, let me get that. I'll do it 100%. Change the colour. That might have helped. Sweet.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, good. So you see, it's about there is a mast around these barrels. I just didn't want to put a mast on. So there's a big old mast down the middle, big, with the sails obviously drawn all the way up now. You can see to the right there is the guy at the front who is shouting down to the cargo crew to get going, and there is a grate where you can see that there is another member of the crew starting to unlatch it and get it ready to open that. You're assuming that's where the cargo is held. And to your left, you see... Oh, what'd you get? 19? 17?
19.
19. You see a door that goes into the back chambers there. And up on the wheelhouse, you see... This is not exactly what you see, but it's a representation. Something that you have never seen before. I'm trying to work out. It looks like a bird, but it's shining in like some of the torchlights there. It looks to be mechanical. This thing, it's the best you can describe is like a giant, from your memory, would be like a giant mechanical rooster. But this is something that you've never seen before. Roll a history check.
History's check for a massive metal cock.
I actually have decent history. That's a 21.
21. You have heard of, and piecing together with the gnome, you have heard that the gnomes like to tinker, like to build. They do a lot with machines and machinery, and then as you are like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. Then it clicks that you remember when. That someone had said that they'd seen these like mechanical constructs, and there was this these gnomes that they had these kind of not robots, but these essentially robots that they used for different things, and this is the only thing that kind of makes sense in there somewhere, that this is some sort of mechanical contraption that is sat, and as you look up at it, you can see that its eyes are kind of just like almost patrolling out, security camera-esque, as it's up there, just perched on the edge of this roost. And this thing is, when I say a rooster, it's like at least the size of you, if not slightly bigger. It's a big old beast.
A big mechanical bird that's watching the deck. It hasn't seen me, though, while I'm invisible.
It doesn't seem to have reacted to you at all, no.
Okay. I assume it will react to anyone else, but it's not my problem. We can come back round to me after the others have
Yeah,
decided
cool.
what they're doing.
So yeah, you've got up and onto the ship. So yeah, you can see that starting to happen. The guy, one of the guys is. Sorry. Two went. Yes. So as they start moving the crane, you hear Corin. You hear Val shouting out, and he's made his way round to the front. As he shouts to the guy, he's like, "We got a problem with this crane. We're gonna get these off as quick as we can, but give me some time. We're gonna get this sorted." And the guy's like, "Fucking hell, just get it fucking sorted wherever you are." You hear this as you can see that the kind of bugbears kind of position the crane up and ready if you were to want to make your way forward. You believe this might be your cue to start moving. Faywin, Arta, and Von, you hear this kind of going on. As they're shouting backwards and forwards, and you hear the cargo crew like as they're clearly having some sort of conversation at this front end of the ship.
Okay, I'm going to go up to Arthur and Phelan and say, I'm going to try and climb back on in cat form again. I think it might be the best way to try and disguise myself getting in.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I will use my wild shape to go into cat form.
Nice. You
I'm
go
gonna have
find
this.
a darker corner.
Yeah, find somewhere obviously it's not blatantly obvious that I'm transforming into a cat. Yeah.
And looking at the cat. The cat has been painted this week. So
Oh, is it like Animorphs where you you change like that?
Just poof. No, he farts and he cat falls out his bum. Yeah, so you are a cat. Where would you?
Can you use
like
that to
make
power
your way
the ship?
in? You can, yeah, definitely try it.
So yeah, I will try and. I mean, I guess I have to climb up the same bit. I won't be able to get onto the ship otherwise, would I?
No, you're gonna. Well, there are like guide ropes that are against like. So if you imagine there's like larger pillars coming out of the front and the back. So you could take a guide rope up to get onto the side. You're going to be coming up. I mean, you haven't seen the massive cockle, but there are guide ropes you could take rather than trying to skitter as a cat up. I think. You know, like, I mean, I say guide ropes. These are big fucking ropes that are used.
No, it's not like really thin that I'm having to like.
No, you wouldn't. With
Paw in front of paw to get over.
No, with the cat's dexterity,
Okay.
you'd be able to walk up this fairly.
Yeah. I'll take one of the guide ropes up then.
Cool. So yeah, as you make your way up, and with the cat, you'll see as you come in, you see that same. As you get towards the top, I need to put some blue tack on you as you fall off. You see this mechanical object, and you're up much closer to it, and it is. It's an odd beast. It looks like almost like the head of. An ant, kind of pincers on the front, less than a beak, almost like a beak turned sideways. But it has like the kind of gangly arms and legs of a mechanical unit that are like folded in, and it's squat down in on itself, and you can just see its kind of heads tweaking. If you would notice it before it notices. Yeah, you would notice it before it notices you. So as you get kind of partway up the rope, you have a chance to act before I force it.
Would I be able to get behind it?
You can certainly try. Roll a stealth check.
Is 15.
15, nice. So you climb up, and as it's moving backwards and forwards, as soon as you kind of get your feet onto the ship, you hear, and you can hear the closer you kind of get to it, it's almost like ticking. It almost sounds like the light tick of a very large watch that is ticking away as it's there, and you hear the zzz, as like the head kind of turns around and looks down towards you as a cat form. It rolled very high in its perception. So as you get onto the boat, start creeping its way round, you're on as it is shown here on the side, you just come up onto the actual ship. As soon as your feet kind of touched it, it's locked down on you. Just looking at you for now. Where would you like to go? Staying still as a cat?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm going to continue to try and get onto the platform behind it,
Mhm.
in hope that its head can't turn around fully.
Cool. Yep. Yeah. You carry on, and it watches you as you go around. Its head does, the way it's squatted down, its head does follow. But as you go round and get up behind it on the platform, it's just kind of watching you. It's not moving, and as you're looking at it, you kind of see with the way it's folded down. It's almost like so folded in itself. It's almost like in just like squat mode, or like folded up version mode. But it's there. It's watching you, but it doesn't seem to be reacting to your cat presence, other than just giving you a stare. Corin, you've seen the kind of the call go out, the shout that something, or that there's something wrong with the crane, that they're going to need to get it sorted. You've heard Val was very loud of his shout as he's done it. Are you using that as a key to go, or are you waiting for something?
Yeah, I'll climb up that crane.
Nice. So yeah, as you shoot in, you climbing is going to be still not the easiest thing. Give me a dex check for getting yourself up the crane safely. This is not. They're not.
Playing dex or acrobatics?
Dex. You're not really dancing your way up unless you wanted to, but that would be a bit odd. You're kind of feeling your way up, like a.
That'd be a 12.
A 12. 12's not too bad, wasn't it? It's not overly difficult. It's just not built for climbing. So you climb your way up, get yourself on towards the top, and you start making your way over towards the ship as you throw it away up there. And Valshan is like, "Don't worry, we got a guy up there. We got a guy. He's gonna get it sorted." And then you can see the kind of sailor that's here at the front is looking at you like, "What the fucking hell's going on?" As you're moving. Arta and Farin, anything you guys would like to do as you see this is all going off?
For the people that are kind of waiting at the bottom, can I hear to see if they are like discussing what the instructions are for getting this stuff off?
The other crew.
They're just rope people, are they?
The other people just rope people. Now that that's all tied off, there's like less and less people milling around now. As it's getting into the evening as well, like a lot of the shifts will change over. Those guys come out to get the boats in and docked, and they're off, and then they shoot back into the warehouse. So kind of the next movement they're waiting for is stuff to start getting off the boat, so they can start moving it around this warehouse area. But there's no real like movement at the moment. Other than that, those guys have kind of poodled back. There's a few of them milling around this area. But not across the actual dock itself.
I don't really know where I want to go.
Cool. You can stay where you are. You can wait for something to happen. There's no. That's why. If there's nothing you guys want to jump in on, I just want to make sure everyone gets a chance to move if they want to move.
Yeah, I've got disadvantage on stealth and such, so I'm just gonna stay where I am and get ready to be a distraction.
Cool. Yep. Just keeping your eyes up.
I'm good at distractions, as we're all aware.
Super good at distractions. Nice. Cool. So, Corin, you start making your way across. Can you give me another dexterity check as you make your way to the end of the crane, which I don't have anything for, but it's essentially like hanging out.
That'll be a 10.
A 10. Cool. You make your way across. There's a few wobbles as you're there on air, and the guys looking up at you like, fucking hell. You get yourself to the end of the crane, and where the crane is just set up now, the hook is still on the top there. So like the rope isn't down, because obviously they're claiming that there's a problem with the crane, right? If the rope had come down, they'd be fine. So you're at the end of the crane arm with the hook there, with your with whatever you kind of want to do next for me.
I'll kind of grab the hook and use my body weight as a way to try and pull it down, hoping that Val would kind of release the break, whatever it is at the top of the rope.
You're also free to shout down to them whatever you want as well. It's not like you're not secretly up on top of this crane that everyone can see you on top of this crane.
I sort of grab onto the hook and sort of hang from it. So I just shout down to Val, "Try releasing it now. I'll come down with it. See if it's working."
You can hear the sailor. He's like, "Fucking hell!" He's like, "Okay," and he nudges across.
Actually, I don't say there's a problem with this hook. I'm just going to free it up there. It shouldn't take too long now.
You still want to release?
So yeah, basically, I'm hanging off the hook basically, and Val's basically going to lower me down with it.
Yeah.
I'm just pretending I'm sort of making sure it's all working.
Val looking up, he's like, "Fuck!" It gives a nod across. The three people that are operating it are the ones that can let go, and one of them is a bugbear that maybe doesn't have too much love for people. So yeah, as you're holding onto the hook and trying to wiggle it down, you just hear "Kunk," and he releases it as it starts like and starts rizzing through quickly. You feel that if you're going to need to try and bail out of this at some point, unless he's going to pull it back. So do you trust that they're going to stop the thing as it's going, or are you going to try and bail off the hook as it's coming? As it's like they've essentially just released it as it's running through almost free spool.
I'll try and bail off it.
Give me a dex saving throw.
That's like a saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, that's +5 then. That'd be 17.
17, nice. You see this coming as it and it clanks in to the grate before this guy's got the grate. He's like, "Fucking, what's going on?" As you bail off to the side, you don't take any damage from that as you see it and get off. You are on the ship. There's one sailor in front of you is stood. Where's the camera pointing? Who's stood over the grate as he was getting ready to lift it. This heavy hook just smashed into the iron grate there, and you've rolled off to the side. It's like, "Fucking," and the other guy goes, "What the fucking hell are you doing? Jesus, fucking amateurs in this fucking dock." And they'll swim.
Shut up. Fucking idiot. Fucking that guy, I'll have a word with that guy. You guys alright there? You okay?
So yeah, you guys hit. Zaga, you would have heard the commotion. Would you have moved from your spot invisible? You've seen Corin darts off to the side there.
Yeah, I've kind of been half watching that because my focus has mainly been on this bird construct thing, which has turned its head to watch a cat that's jumped on board, but I don't know is Bonbon.
Yep.
But since it's looking backwards and not scanning the deck anymore, I'm going to make a move for that cabin door and try and sneak in there quickly.
Yeah, nice. So let me just so give me a stealth check, and does it just give you advantage being invisible?
I don't know. Look, I rolled a 21, so even
Can I just check? Is that grate still intact, or has it been broken?
No, it's still intact. It wasn't. That hook's not that heavy, and the grate's pretty steady. It just made a fucking sound as it clattered into the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, no advantage on stealth checks. It's just anything I'm wearing or carrying is also invisible.
You're also invisible. Right, let me just check that.
And I've rolled a 21 for stealth. Can I have a quick question on mechanics?
Yep.
If I'm concentrating on this spell, can I cast another spell that doesn't require concentration? Will that break it?
Yes. No, only another spell that requires concentration will break concentration. Or you get hit.
Okay. So anything that doesn't require concentration, I can cast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
I'm not
like
casting anything now. I'm just sneaking into that cabin.
Let me just check the actual termage of invisible. Possible to see that with magic. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you are visible to the eye, but you can still make noises or be detected by tracks. Just so I'm good. Oh yeah, and attack rolls against you. Cool.
Oh, it does say the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell, so I can't cast the spell that's invisible.
Okay. So it says on there. Perfect. So yeah, you start making me forward. You rolled a 21.
Yes. Just while everyone's distracted, try and sneak into that cabin.
Yes, as you sneak your way forward, the cabin does have a door now. I just don't have a door on at the moment. But as you get up to the door, as you're looking at it, it just looks to be... It just looks to be a simple door, but you can see there is a keyhole on the door there. But as you make your way up to the door, get to the front of that door, you don't hear or see as you're tracking that cock will turn around.
Okay, so the door's locked.
You can see you haven't tried it. You can try the door.
Oh, that's what I was trying to do. I was
the door's
trying to sneak up to it.
Yeah, so as you just lever down the handle, you can feel that there's a slight resistance on there. The door is locked.
Okay.
As if it would be that easy, am I right?
I mean, the boat's just sailed in. Why would you lock a door? There's people walking about on the boat.
True. Maybe there's something inside so magical. Cool. You get to the door. Vaughn, you're at the back. Anything you want to jump in on? Cockle is just kind of watching you. Cornet Cockle is just watching you.
Yeah. I just had a realization that I should have done something before going into cat form, but I won't. So from up here, what else can I see around me? Is it just that up here?
Up here, there's a cockle. There's the wheel, and you can see that there's on the far side there's like a stairwell that goes down. But yeah, up here there's nothing else.
Steal the boat
from this side. Yeah, drive as you can.
So can I like head towards the stairwell and see how the mechanical thing reacts to me heading towards the stairs?
Yeah. So as you start walking towards the stair, its eyes just kind of follow you as you go around. As you kind of pass towards the far side of it, you hear that it kind of turns back around and almost gives another scan to the boat, that it's potentially losing interest as you're walking around. But yeah, as you get to that far side, you can see the stairwell down. You hear that its head kind of zzz, and gives it a full crank all the way around, that maybe it's made an assessment of you.
Okay. Can I? Is that the stairs down to the main deck?
It's the stairs down to where Zach's can be in.
Okay. Can I do some form of like investigation check to see if I can get an idea of how this thing works?
Yes. What's wrong? Is it low? Did you die?
That's sorry.
What did you roll?
Oh, I didn't know if I could actually do it.
Held back. I was like, yeah, go for it.
That is a 13.
13. No, these again. This is a strange beast to you. With 13, and what you'd surmise from like the ticking and the way it's moving, you get the feeling that this definitely is a construct of some sort. It's not. It doesn't. You don't feel like it needs air or food or drink or sleep. That this is mechanical in nature and seems to be some sort of has some sort of ticking mechanism within inside it. But other than that, no, that's as far as your knowledge goes. You're just like, I don't know what this is, but it seems to be some sort of construct robot.
Okay.
Stay there. Make down.
I'm going to stay there for now, yeah.
That's fine. You can stay there. Wait for something to happen. Yeah, so that it goes back, and as it kind of loses sight of you, yeah, it goes back to, you can hear the, and it's quite quiet, you can hear the ticking and the mechanism of this thing moving as it's scouting out across the top. Anybody else on the floor want to do anything? Arta, Faywin, you guys cool where you are? You want to move?
Yeah. I'll move a little bit closer to the crane, that side, but still milling about in the same area.
Yeah, I'll go with her and we'll discuss the weather, how the weather's been and stuff.
We'll mill about together close.
I'd also like
weather,
to
it's been warm recently, isn't it?
Yeah, so fucking hot. I'd also like to feed a meat cup to the weasel.
Cool. You definitely.
Kind regard.
Yep. Nice. So cool. So Corin, this guy's like fucking. Honestly, you guys are a bunch of fucking charlatans at this dock. He's like, get this fucking hook going and give me a hand with this crate. And he's got his hand, not crate, with his grate. I can't keep saying crate, grate, as he's got his like hands underneath it to kind of start lifting it up.
I help him lift the crate.
Yeah, nice.
Great.
You've done my time now. So yeah, you lift the thing, slices back. I'll take it off just for ease. But yeah, it lifts back. Oh, I can leave it there. And doosh, throw it against the side of the ship there. And then you see the hook start lifting its way back up again, as if Val and the rest of the crew are going to carry on with whatever they're doing. Over the side of the ship, the tiefling kind of starts making her way towards the rope to get up to go and offer a hand, I suppose, on the boat as Val and the rest of the team are down there.
While I'm there, can I look into the hole and see how far down it is?
Yeah. Give me a perception check with disadvantage, because it's dark.
That'd be 14.
14. So you look down and you're kind of judging from like the size of the boat as well. That yeah, it's probably a 10-foot drop. You could maybe try and, if you're going to jump down, try and style it out onto some boxes, but you're jumping into the dark. So from like the size of the boat and from what you can see down there, you get the feeling it's about 10 foot to drop down. But if you want to try and stop that, you'd be trying to land on something that was in there. Also, this guy's the next year. Cool, which is fine. So yeah, up comes. Oh fucking hell! I kept all the names here and I forgot them straight away. And this, the tiefling that comes alongside you, you recognise Corin as the one that you that caught you like trying to pickpocket from on the first night.
Yeah.
It is Lilith. Lily, female tiefling kind of comes alongside, and she just says, "Well, I'm sorry about that. The bugbear on the crane, he's new. We gotta watch him on the controls. He's a strong boy." She's like, "We're here to help," and she kind of grabs the rope off the thing, kind of gives it a little shake, and starts to hold it over the main hold to lift some stuff down. Oh, to start sending at least the crane down. So you got two up there. Front door, Zaga. Anything you want to do with that?
Since this is locked, I want to make my way over to whichever crew member of the boat was initially on the front there and giving instructions, because I assume
he's more
important than the one lifting the crate.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if I can pickpocket some keys.
Cool.
Assuming everyone's distracted with the grate and the crane.
Well, the grate's up now. They're starting to work. He's still shouting down to what's going on, but yeah, his attention is either over the edge to what's going on or the crane work going on.
Yeah,
so he's fairly distracted, but yeah, you can try and pickpocket.
So I'm going to try and pickpocket some keys. This is where it all goes to shit, I'm sure.
Sorry, I'm at the bottom. I got my bow ready.
It's not an attack or a spell, so I should keep my invisibility.
Mm-hmm. Still got to roll well.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
A sleight of hand.
Ooh, 19.
19. Yes, as he's there and you're feeling around to grab some, to look for something that looks like keys. Oh Jesus, an actual spider just went onto the...
I just saw that under the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bigger than all of you guys.
Roll initiative.
Yeah. Get out of here, spider.
No, last time we saw spiders, he didn't kill fucking Fagel and Bonbon.
We're stronger now.
I was like, what the fuck?
Set it on fire. Where's the fire scroll?
You go through and you get you find that he has a ring of keys on him, like a ring with it's probably got like 5 or 6 keys on there, and you lift them off and you have hold of the keys. The keys were not on you when you cast invisibility, so the keys don't go invisible, so you have a floating ring of keys in your hand.
Well, is there anything somebody is wearing or carrying is visible
When
as
you-
long as it's on the target's person?
When you
He doesn't
cast
specify that it was at the time of the spell.
I think it would be though, because otherwise everything you pick up would just turn invisible.
I mean, brilliant.
It's not how it works. Where's the spell?
Well, in that case, I have my bag of holding ready, and
Mm-hmm.
I put them in there straight away
Okay.
as
Nice.
soon as I lift them.
Bag of holding makes a fart noise when you open it. No. Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah. You've got a ring of keys. Where's the spider gone? It's hiding on my battle map somewhere.
Surprise
It's
attack.
on
It's
the
just going to
boat.
appear in the boat. It's going to kill you. It's going to be like, oh.
It's a surprise attack.
A creature becomes invisible until its spell then. Your target is carrying it is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. Yeah, I have to double check, but it does seem a bit weird. Cool. So you pop it in the bag of holding, and you have hold of the keys.
I'll be making my way back to the cabin door. That's where I want to be going.
Nice. Give me another stealth check for making your way back, because you still can make a noise as you walk.
7.
7. Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
7.
7. As you're trying to squeeze past, because you're trying to squeeze past a bit of an area there that's a little bit cramped. Where's the reception? I've lost the number. I'm pretty sure it's above 7, but I just want to make sure I'm not. Oh yeah, it's 10. Nice. Nice. So yeah, as you're walking past, the one that's holding the crate, he's kind of watching Lilith and watching Corin to see what they're going to do there. And as he's like, "What the hell?" He goes to step, goes to step to be like, "What?" And then hears the footsteps from round behind him as you are making your way, kind of here. And he's like, "What the? What was that?"
Spider.
It's a spider. And he's like, "What?" And he turns. Corin, you see him turn as he hears some footsteps behind him. You hear the footsteps as well, to be fair.
As I see him turn, I sort of pat myself down and, oh, fucking hell. When I drop down off that rope, I've dropped something down in the hole. I'm just going to jump down on this rope, and I'll touch the rope, and I'll find what I've dropped. And as I say that, kind of the rope that's been lowered by Lilith and the crew, crane crew, so I'll jump onto that and lower myself into the hold.
Yep.
And I touch the hook as I'm down there onto like the ropes of one of the crates so they can lift it back up.
Yep.
So I was jumped into the hole, into the hole with the rope.
Okay.
As, using that, I've dropped something in there as an excuse to be in there.
So you just gone down into the hole.
Yeah.
Cool. So you ride the rope down. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Let me just see what's going on. So as you carry on, you kind of scuttle your way over. Zaga. But this guy here is a little spooked. He's got the Metal Gear Solid. What was that?
He's got the
The exclamation mark. So yeah, he's on an active look now of just what did he hear? That definitely sounded like footsteps. You two seem like you've got wherever you've got sorted, and you've dropped down into the dark hole. Corin. Anybody else at this point want to jump in with anything as you are stood around?
And can I make a perception check of what's in there?
Yeah, you can.
I don't know.
You've got dark vision now as well, right? Yeah. So make.
Yes, I
just
make that one.
Yeah, make a perception check.
That'll be a 14.
14, nice. So you are in the hold of the ship. It looks like the cargo hold. There's a load of boxes. You can see where this like larger single crate has already got the netting around it, and that's the one that you can like hook up. It looks like the one that's about to be taken out. You can see there's a few other boxes as well within this cargo hold, but it is like dusty and like a bit fucking stinky and moldy in here. But yeah, you are just in this hold. You can see. I haven't got any blocking. Let me do something. But where you guys can't see. No, maybe I don't need to do this. I don't need to do it. There's probably as you're in and you're looking around, the hold itself isn't the entire bottom of the ship. So you know that like there's a wall to probably you work out about here. You see that on my hands? Yeah. So
About where the mast is.
About where the mast is. There's like an internal wall in the floor below, and the bit you're in now is completely in darkness and just has boxes and holds. As you're looking at it, You can't see there's any doors in it. It just looks like an internal wall, wooden wall.
Can I start making my way down the stairs?
Yep. Easy enough. Yeah, and you can see as you start coming down the stairs. Though I will say before you get the way down, you see there's the other guard coming towards, like walking up towards your direction on the boat. So you can choose to hold back or carry on. Up to you.
I'm going to meow and then head back up the stairs.
At him. So you can see
Loud enough that he can hear.
Okay, yeah. So you want? That's what I'm saying. At the moment, as you're coming down, you see him before he's going to see you. You want it to be visible or not? Was kind of what's going on.
Oh, I've got no idea this is Bonbon, right?
No, you've got no idea. No, you just see a cat meowing. So yeah, as you poke your head
God, he's
down,
going to eat it.
yeah, you hear
I was going to say that's going to eat.
invisible. That'd be scary. Yeah, you. So you will hear a meow from the stairwell, and then you hear the guard like, "Fucking oh, does he hate cats or does he like cats?"
Everyone hates
I love how every role is going to be. Do they hate cats or not?
Yeah. No, he rather fallen. He likes cats. He's like, oh, come here, and he just starts like making his way towards you. Like, come here, little cat. Come on. How did you get on board? As you're like assuming milling around the stairs, or are you going to kind of make your way down?
I'm going to still head back up the stairs.
Okay.
In hope that he follows me up if he's that interested in the cat.
Nice. Cool. So yeah, he starts making his way, and yeah, you see as he walks past you, it's like he's just trying to slowly coax this cat towards him as he comes down. Corin's in a hole. Zaga, so this guy passes by you, starts making his way up the stairs, following a random cat that's just appeared. You have keys in your bag of holding.
How many keys are on this ring?
There are 6 keys on this ring.
And I'm going to have to try all of them. Have you already determined which one of these keys is the correct key?
Who even knows?
I will try to stealthily take key number 4 off the ring and try it on the door.
Take it off the ring.
Well, I don't want to bring the whole ring out. Is the ring going to be visible?
The ring should be visible. Well, yeah, but it's a key now. It's less potent. Now you've got it away from the guys. There's no one else around you. This guy's gone up the top now. So as you're around,
okay.
there's no one else
So I
around
will
you.
just try number 4. I will try to stealthily try key number 4.
Okay, cool. So you pop the key in, and all the keys are exactly the same shape, like that good old-fashioned ring on the end, stick, and then the like fork bit. And you slots in, and as you go to turn, you don't get anything.
Okay. I guess next time we come back, I'll try a different key.
Nice. So yeah, Vaughn, you've jumped up, and this guy comes up. You know, as he comes up, the cock kind of turns around again, like spins back to look at you and to look at him, and he's like, "Look, I'm just trying to get the cat. All right, don't you do anything, you fucking weird little contract." He's like, "Come on, cat, come with me. It's safer down here than it is up here with this thing." And he's just like, he's kind of like crouched down, offering like, hands out to you as you're stood there.
I guess I will. Do I do that? Is that a smart move? I guess I like kind of go towards his legs, just kind of like work way in between his legs, in and out of his legs.
Yeah, cool. And as you're down, so he's there, and he just goes to pick you up gently, and he's going to carry you back down the stairs, away from the thing. And you hear him coming down the stairs as you try one of the things, and he walks past, and as he comes down, he's like, "Hey, we got a cat on board!" And he's just like trying to shout, but also not shout too loud, as he's starting making his way back towards the front now. You're in the hands, he's holding you quite nicely, of this Sailor.
Bon Bon's just thinking in his head, don't get a boner, don't get a boner, don't get a boner.
The two of you on the ground, you as you're kind of like watching these guys here and come around, you notice coming towards you are two of the guys. Look like two of the crew members that got off before, kind of starting to make their way back towards, you imagine, the crew. They're kind of on their way in, making their way towards your general direction to head towards kind of the crew staff that are over here. And you recognise as the two that had left before. Corin, you are in a hole.
How well can I see with my goggles?
You can see it's dark, so you can see shapes, no colours. So you can see pretty well. You can see there's boxes, but you just don't get any colours.
Okay, in that case, I will take out my oil lamp and light it.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yep. So you light up, so you get visuals, and yet you can see very clearly you are in cargo. You're in a cargo hold. You can see that there's this wooden wall, this partition wall that's to the one side, stopping you going any further in from where you are. And there's just more of these larger cargo boxes. You can see that some of them have got like provisions are written on the side, and others are unmarked. And then there's that big one that's in the net that you've got hold of, and kind of as you've lit the light and you're looking down, you see the reflection of Lilith's eyes. She's kind of looking at you like, are you coming up? You going down? Because she's about to start setting this crane off.
I kind of gesture with my hand, with my thumb up, just like as if to raise the box. I think to myself, it would be great if we had somebody who could detect magic. Here, can I say? Can I say any? And like, is there a doorway I can see now that I've lit the thing? Is it? Or is
No,
it? I am in a sealed room.
You're in a sealed room. There's a wall there. If you so you're looking for a door as you're feeling around. You don't feel like there's any there's no like false panels or anything there. But you do feel like it's not like the strongest wall. This is like the internal wooden wall of a ship. So it's not like it's freaking the brick wall to get through. If you weren't to try and smash through a wall, it would make a noise and take some effort. But it's not saying it's indestructible. It's not the same as the outside of the ship. It's not thick old bits of like timber. This is like an internal like kind of plywoodish type wall that's been put up. So as you're like feeling around for it, you can definitely feel that it's not as strong as the rest of it. But if you were going to try and break down a wall, it's going to obviously cause a racket from inside this hole.
I'll take a moment to think while come back round.
How close am I to the hole?
As he's walking up, you're as close as you want. He's just gonna carry on that trajectory back to his post with you in his hands.
Can I try and jump out of his hands and get into the hole?
You can. That will require a save, because you're just going to be blindly jumping into a hole.
Yep.
So then there's a chance you'll take.
Hey, I'm a cat. I always land on my feet. What are you on about?
That's definitely how it works.
I've got 9 lives.
Yeah. See, as
That's
you
definitely be advantage on the save.
If he breaks his legs as a cat, does he break his legs as one?
no, you just will die. The cat. What is the cat's stats? I don't think you have any much. I think you just have a massive plus.
What
to
it's in
dex.
terms of actual like what?
It will be a dex save. As you blindly jump into a hole and hope to land.
Do I keep my normal saving throws?
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
I think I keep everything the same except for a few stats that it labels differently.
Yeah.
So I still have my normal dex.
Okay, cool. So you've got it there. So as you wriggle to go and jump, he's going to try and grab hold of you. As you've wriggled out, it doesn't have any plus to strength. That is a 17. So give me a dex check to kind of almost like break a grapple. That's the cat.
That is also 17.
Nice. So you get out of his grip, and then you are just plummeting down into the hole. So give me a deck save, because you're a cat falling at least 10 foot.
What's that?
I said, can you give me a deck saving throw?
Yep, that's 16.
16. Nice. So you take 2 points of damage as you fall down. You just you kind of waiting to see, as you see the boxes coming, you manage to get your front feet onto one set of box, and your back crack in and you fall down. You just hear meow as a cat falls into the hole. Although it would have been lit,
Yes, it was.
but still you were
Would be.
jumping out of the hand. It wasn't you were trying to get out of a grapple or fall down. So yeah, you still take half damage. Yeah, 2 points of damage. But you land down, you try and style it out. But yeah, there's a cat. You have seen Von in cat form before, haven't you, Corin?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. So a cat just jumped into a hole.
Fucking hell.
As you two were.
I know you did see me in cat form. You saw me
Did
at
I?
the very end because I came out the same.
Oh, yes. Fucking hell. Is that you, Van?
How much damage?
One me alpha, yes, and two me alpha.
How much damage did you say that was?
2.
2. Yeah,
Back into Van.
I'm not back. I'm not in cat form anymore.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Quick, send the lamp off.
Yeah, you as you Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to do this now. Right, let me move this all around.
Fuck.
Because you're not cat.
As I say, fucking hell, is that you, Van? You just suddenly changed into Van again.
Yeah, but also the
But
man.
don't say that.
as well. So, yeah.
So he wasn't looking into the hole afterwards, right? He just let me go in there and didn't bother.
The cat that he was trying to look after is just fucking thrown itself. It's my boy.
Looks like Archer and Faye are going to have something to do afterward.
I just miss fighting. So.
Indeed.
I was thinking about putting my feet up, maybe ordering a takeaway.
I love the fact that one of the people with detect magic is just nowhere near the ship.
So the mistake I made was I should have undetect magic before changing form, and I completely forgot about that.
I figured that one.
I can keep my concentration spells while in animal shape.
I
Completely forgot.
Zaga makes a mental note to remind Bon Bon later that he didn't fuck it up this time.
Nice. So we're all over the place now. So the front ship's over here. You guys have dropped in. So this is what you see. You are in. Yeah, good. You've jumped off the crates. The crate is one. This one is attached up. The big one that's attached up to the thing. And Lilith's looking over as this guard kind of runs up to the edge and just goes, "Oh!" and goes, "What the fuck?" as he sees there's two of you down there now that weren't there before. Lilith.
Well, you knew Corin was down there.
Well, you knew Corin was there, but yeah, there's another person down there now. I mean, I feel like we're gonna have to roll initiative, aren't we? Because I don't know how we're gonna do stairs. As Lilith sees you kind of jump out as cat form, then burst into being a person, or you almost can hear the eye roll in her head as she just she's already kind of given the call, and she holds onto the rope as the rope starts to ting ting ting, and this crate starts getting taken out. She leans across and she's like, "You got another problem down there, my friend." As she just raises out, and you see the box start to make its way out of the crate, out of the grating with the tiefling attached to the rope, much like you did. Those on the floor, these guys are kind of.
I found what I dropped. It was this guy.
I don't think that's going to work. Nice. So it might only be a small one, but yeah, for those that are in, can you roll initiative? And we'll deal with at least the two of them.
11.
A 17.
Nice.
Am I rolling too?
Yeah, you're up there.
15.
15, 17. What was yours? Ron?
Yeah,
11.
Arta and Faye, do you want to roll as well, just so we've got you in there?
Okay, that's 11. for Arthur.
10 for Faywin.
10. Oh, good. Nice. So you two on the floor as that. You kind of hear a bit of a kerfuffle, but it's a way up this ship, right? But you hear a bit of a kerfuffle as you hear them start to kick in off the, and you hear the rope start coming up. So you're like, okay, well, something's happening, and this crane's starting to work. So he's going on. These two guards kind of pass by, and as they pass by, you hear them like, fucking, they should have been done by now. Like, they need to get this shit off for fuck's sake. So you can hear these two guards as they kind of pass. Where have I got the cameras pointing? The wrong place.
What race are these guards, by the way?
Most of the guards are like human or half elf. There's no larger like dock workers.
The ones near the hall, are they human or half elf?
You're human.
Okay.
Yeah, two human guards. So yeah, as Faywin and Arthur, you're kind of keeping track of what's going on this side. You hear the two other guards making their way towards the crew to kind of give them what you feel like it's giving them a bit of a bollocking. Yeah, we've got Tweedy doing Tool Dickhead down in a hole. And Zaga, you are in front of the door trying keys. I need to roll for them then, really.
Very confused what the other group are doing at this point.
They're getting the
Sweet
boxes
eye.
off. Nice. So yeah, as this guy shouts, like, "What the?" And Zaga, you hear above you the moving mechanisms of the whatever was above, as it unfurrows its mechanical gizmos and kind of just glides down to right by the mast to kind of keep a check of what's going on. As this guy's shouting down, this thing is kind of woken up and launched itself down. Lift is on her way out of there, and the first one up is you, Corin.
Okay, I blow out my oil lamp, goes back into darkness, because humans don't have dark vision.
Yep.
Are they being hostile at this point in time?
Not at the moment. They're just shouting. They're trying to work out what the hell's going on, isn't it? Well, there's an extra, probably not towards you, maybe towards Von. You can't quite ascertain yet because they're just shouting out. Like, essentially, a cat went into a hole and a man appeared.
The boxes are getting lifted out. Are they going past his vision? Just for reference.
The box, because he kind of already given the thumbs up, so the box was on the move. Like, as soon as you've landed and popped out, it would be trying to pass, I suppose, by his vision. Yes, but it'd be milliseconds of. It'd be like as the box passes through, he's blown the oil lamp out.
I shout. I'm not gonna take any actions anymore. I'm just gonna shout. What's the problem there?
What's the problem? There's another man down there with you.
Well, I thought he was one of you guys. Is it not with you?
No, he's not with us. Fuck! And he shouts up. All right, we've got someone on board. To the guy above.
At this point, I am going to.
Make a decision, because you said you weren't going to make an action. You were just going to shout up, and now you're trying to make an action.
I'm just gonna hold an action with my bow.
So you're going to get a. You're going to draw a weapon. Hold action. You're going to have to get your weapon.
I'm gonna attempt to hide first, then I'll draw my weapon and hold on the second option.
So you're not going to do an action, but when you shouted, now you want to hide and draw your weapon.
Well, yeah, well.
Now
he shouted.
You shouted to try and get away with it.
He shouted.
Bad.
Then he said, "We've got this guy down here." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try and move out of his vision and hide.
You can either try and hide, or you can draw. Like, if you're going to try and just hide, yeah, we can say you try and hide. But yeah, I won't allow holding action unless you're going to show him you've got your drawing.
Okay, fair enough. I'll just try and hide then.
Yeah, roll your stuff.
Oof. 13.
13.
Is it an advantage because it's in dark?
He doesn't have advantage.
No, do I have advantage for hiding?
Not No, I wouldn't say it's complete pitch black in there with that door open, and he's looking for you as well, which would kind of negate it. If he wasn't looking for you, you're trying to stow away, possibly. But like he's looked down at you, you've blown an oil lamp out, and now you're trying to hide within what is a like 20-foot square area. It's not that big an area to try and get away from. But yeah, cool. So you've got 13 on the stealth. We'll pop that on there. Zaga, you are up. You hear this commotion. You hear the gliding down of this clockwork machine as it lands over by the hole. So you know something's going on, but you are still up by the door.
Yeah, which key did I try last time? Key 4?
4, yeah.
I would try key 1.
Key 1, nice. You try key 1. No, doesn't work. Again, you're in there. You're like, fuck. If you are willing to make a sound, I'll let you try another key now, but you will be making a loud noise as you're rattling through to try and get another action.
No, I don't want to try another key now, but is there anything on these keys? Are any of them marked in any way? Does any of them stand out as different?
No, other than like they are numbered, like they have markings so you know which ones you're checking as well. But they're not named in any way. Same way you wouldn't put your pin code on yours.
Okay, I'll try the next one in the next room.
Cool. So you're there working away. The first guy shouts down, and he's like, fuck. The one at the top hears the call out and shouts down over the side of the boat. He's like, all right, get your asses up here now. So these two that were on their way to give a bit of shit to this team just dot off. They're not going to make that round along there.
That path looks blocked. They have to move through difficult terrain.
If they were being blocked, then possibly these guys are still trying to do their job. So 5, 30, 60. So they're going to get to the base of the ladder by quick stepping. Once they hear the call, they get round. They're like about to give, an earful to these guys who are pulling the crates out, and then they start fucking just charging through, pushing them out of the way as they get going forward. Von, you are up. Then Arta, then Faith. You're in a dark room.
So, I wouldn't have had enough time with the boxes raising up to go straight back to Catfall to make you think that he's just imagined me being a...
That would be quite the trick of the mind. No, and also, Corin just shouted out that he doesn't know who you are. He thought he was you.
I think I am going to try and hide as well.
That's Pie's back. You can try and hide as well. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Roll a stuff check.
That's 15.
15. Nice. Cool. So you two are both trying to hide inside this area. Arta, you are up. You're hearing a commotion. You've seen these two guys running, and you've seen the other crew are kind of just still trying to get the box off.
I'm going to move closer to the boat, but I'm not going to do anything. It's just more, what's going on here, sort of thing.
Yeah. How close are we talking? Onto the dock, or just closer to these guys?
Let's move on to the dock, or at least as far onto the dock as not all the way onto the dock, I guess, just sort of towards the edge.
Of like where the back of this team are?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can get you can get like behind the team if you want.
Yeah. And as I walk, so that's our team, yeah?
That's the other guys, and that's the two sailors that go back on.
As I go past, I sigh, just kind of looking at them. Guess I've got to do it all.
I was like, well, at the moment you ain't doing jack shit, so...
I've just gone past you, that's why. Put the box down and help, if you're going to be a little bitch about it. Jesus.
And you've still got your action if you want to move further, or use your action or bonus.
Can I dash? I don't want to move up to where the guards are. Can I kind of just move sort of halfway to the about there.
Yeah.
Oh no, bit further back.
Further back. Nice.
Yeah, about there. That's perfect.
Perfect.
Just like.
Yeah, you're like milling, but in an interested way.
Like, ooh! I'm like a meerkat with like an eagle.
What's going on? Faywin.
I'm not quite as overjoyed as Arthur, but was that a spider attack? Or?
Spider attack.
I would like to also move closer, but I'd like to do it sneakily to see if there's any other ways of, I don't know, causing a distraction elsewhere on the boat. Because we've just heard commotion in it, so we just think.
Yeah, you've heard commotion. You're hearing they're moving. You can see the bugbear and Eric, that guy, are moving the wheels to get the crane and the crank moving. But then you've heard that guy shout over the top that there's some problem, and two of the other sailors that you were like keeping an eye on have now just started bombing it towards the ship. You don't really know what's going on other than something. I would say your intuition would be like, well, if they're running towards the ship, something clearly is happening.
Something's wrong, yeah. And it's us, and so something will go wrong. Yeah, I think I'm just going to move closer to the ship, maybe a little bit behind Arthur, kind of under the craney bit.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, if you use your move and action.
Oh, spider under the dock.
No.
Could I? There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Can you tell the spy there's an initiative here?
And can I also look around to see if there's anything that could cause a distraction, like a giant spider, that could help out?
Yes. Yeah, give me a investigation or a general perception, whatever you would prefer.
23. So I'm looking for anything that either I could do, like if I were to not necessarily shoot an arrow, but to do something to cause a distraction to help.
Interesting. So
like knock over boxes, or I don't know.
Yeah, so on the dock, not so much. You've got the option of like pushing people off the dock into the sludgy stuff would be something. You could you're next to the crane, so you could try and tamper with the crane if you want to, but that might not necessarily be the best idea. And then other than that, you've got this large rope which is kind of like anchored down just to your right here. You wouldn't, the size of it, you're not going to be able to cut through it in any way, but you could maybe get the attention. If you were to do something with the rope or do something on this front end of the ship, you definitely get the attention of the guy that's up the top. If you imagine obviously the way it is now, the guy's above you here, so there's one guy here, there's two running here, and you don't know what else is going on the ship, so there's a chance of either fucking up the crane, maybe try and push these guys in here, or you could attempt to maybe climb the rope or do something to the rope that's going to try and get the attention of the guy. But there's not that much, there's nothing else per se that's there. No fire barrels lying around.
It's a shame because I brought my hive in. Okay, no worries. I'm just going to keep that information for now.
Okay, cool. Right, and the one that is up on the kind of edge is just going to lean down and shout to you two in there. He's like, "You ain't got anywhere getting out of there, so I suggest you get the fuck out of here now. Show yourself." And he's going to stand.
How can we get out if we've got no way of getting out?
You shout from your hidden position. Serious question, did you shout?
No, I didn't.
You can shout if you want.
No.
Pew! Cool. And yeah, you hear as he cocks a light crossbow that's there. Round to the top, the clockwork beast makes its way right up to the edge. What can it do? It is going to drop down onto the floor inside here. So you two are hidden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he knows he's looking for something. Perception. Nice. Cool. It drops down, and you just hear this, and you hear the like the sound of the like and sorry, it drops straight onto the floor, not to the boxes, as it glides its way in. It tries to negate some of the fall, but even when it lands, you hear like with like something seriously heavy and made of metal that lands on there, and you hear like a whirring sound, and each creature in a 15-foot sphere, so that will be both of you. Can you make dexterity saving throws, please?
And then I've got lucky because I rolled a nat 1. That'll be 21.
21, nice.
15.
15, nice. You both save. But you take 5 points of lightning damage as this thing whirs up, and then the whole room lights up, and across the floor you feel into like your feet and ankles, your Achilles and your calves tighten up as you get a shock through the base of your feet. Yes, as you take some damage, it flares up as this thing uses the light to kind of pinpoint exactly where you are there. That is its
Question.
go. Yes.
If it's a 15-foot sphere,
Yep.
would that not hit the bloke
Sorry.
above as well?
No, it's not sphere. It's 15 foot. Any creature. It's any creature in contact with the ground around it. It sends a shot through its own feet through the ground to you. So yeah, it's a circle, not sphere. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So cool. That's its go. It drops down. You hear it. You get shocked and you feel it. You manage to save. You manage to keep yourself up and save yourself from there, but you feel it go almost like the deep inside the bones up through your legs as this thing has taken a shock at you. Corin, it is your turn.
Is that thing 5 foot away from Van?
It is. It would have been 5 foot away from Von, yeah, to make sure it got both of you as it landed down.
Okay, I can attack with my bow then.
Okay, you are. You're gonna have to get up onto the box or move around if you can, because you're technically that box is like as high as you are.
If I climb up onto the box, that'll give me advantage.
Well, no, it's only 5 foot. It's not 10 foot, so it's not technically higher ground, but it will just stop the AC. You could fight him from where you were, but he's gonna have an increased AC because he's technically behind partial cover.
Right. Okay.
So
No,
you can get on the box to negate that, or fire from where you were.
I got on the box to negate it. And that'll be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Ooh. Let's check my bonuses. So that'll be 17 points of piercing.
17 points of piercing. Nice. Actually, yeah, you fire your. Wait, hang on. I have to rush for it. Did you roll that with? You didn't roll that with advantage, did you? Because you're. If you jump up the box, you'd have to jump up back from him, because otherwise you're within 5 foot. Which means it would be
no, I just rolled it straight round.
Oh, you rolled it straight. 17, so.
Yeah.
Nice. You fire into the clockwork mechanism thing. You hear like a few gears and chimes as the bolt goes into just like the open cavities of this machinoid. You hit its main area. You hear a few and almost like the tension of these cogs as it snaps and the bow, the back part of the bow comes out. But you can see that some damage has been done to the internals of this thing. And whilst you're there, as you stepped up onto the box, my man with the crossbow can see you now. So that is a 21 to hit.
Is this still within my goal, or is this like an
no,
action
this
thing?
is his held action.
Right, okay. 21, yeah, 21 hits.
And that is 7 points of damage. As you get up and fire into this thing, as you kind of reel back, it goes and just releases his bow from above down towards you.
Can I jump down from the box and use my bonus action to hide?
You can. You should jump into the darker corner. I'm assuming back towards, or
Towards the back.
yeah. Nice.
And that'll be a 23 to hide.
23.
It's a good thing the two people in that hole have all of the healing potions.
Gonna need it. Nice. Let's go. Zaga, you are up.
I will try key 5.
You try key 5. It doesn't work. I like this.
If I make a noise,
Yep.
everyone's attention is focused on the front. The small sound of the key, it should be okay, shouldn't it?
You would get the feeling that it should be okay, yeah.
Which keys have I tried? 2, 4, and 5.
There was 1, 4, and 5, I
1, 4, and
believe.
5. 1, 4, and 5. I'll try key 3.
Right. Key 3 doesn't work. Did you not say 3?
No, 1, 3, 4, and 5. I've tried them.
Double-handed you. Nice. So you try it, yeah. You try a key, doesn't work, as it is Guy up tops. Go. As he looks back towards the hole to see what's going on there, and again he just shouts down to the guy. He's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Down here!" And he's like, "Okay, this at this point the crate is made another way up. Like they're not quite out. It's going to take obviously 6 seconds right per round, about a minute per round. So it's taking a while for this crate to get its way up and start moving its way over. So they haven't successfully got it out yet." As he is going to hold and gets his crossbow out again and holds his action, looking down at the hole, waiting to see what is happening from above. And that is Von. You up next, Arta. Then you after.
Okay. I am going to. I am going to enter. I guess I'm going to enter my starry form, archer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, enter starry form, archer. And fire off the. What do I do it? I feel like this thing right next to us is the immediate danger, so I'm going to take the disadvantage to try and hit that with the archer attack. Roll away.
Oh, well, that's a 6, so that's definitely not here.
It's not here, no. Damn disadvantage.
And then I'm going to use. I'm going to use one of my guiding bolt usages on it.
Nice.
So yeah, I kind of arm out. Afada plin el agahen. And hopefully this hits. That is a 22.
22 hits.
That is 21 radiant damage.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
Louise.
Oh, 3 5s and a 6 on the
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
4
Yeah,
D6s.
you fire in, and the radiant damage, you just hear the cogs as this thing just powers down in front of you. Dead. Well, you assume dead. It's not moving anymore. Yeah, it just, the radiant energy almost like overcharges it to the point that its entire internal functioning system just grinds to a halt. Cogs stop moving, and this thing is static in front of you. You have movement,
yeah.
Whatever else you want.
Can I move towards the front of the ship so I'm further away from the hole?
The hole. Yeah, you can back yourself up.
Yeah.
Nice. Arta. Oh, unless Fon, there's anything else you want to do?
No, I've done my bonus action already. So.
Cool. Arta, you are up.
I'm going to go up to the guards.
Yes. The guards are like
Yeah.
these. The other sailors. They're like running. They're like about to just jump and start climbing up the ladder.
Okay, well, I'm going to go up to them.
Yep.
And be like, "Oh, what's going on here then? Is your boat sinking?"
They politely will ignore you, really, as they are literally running full tilt to scramble. They're like on speed. You've almost like caught them up as they're like, get on the thing.
Are we doing climbing exercises? And then I look to copy them.
You're trying. Do you want to try and push in front of them on the ladder? Because you're technically.
No, I'm just going to follow them.
Oh, okay, nice.
So on my next turn, I'll follow them.
Cool.
Also, that voice, I had to do it with loads of arm movements, and it looked really silly. I'm glad that
No one can see
it
you
wasn't
do.
trained.
That was about that. Faywin, you are up.
I think I will just follow Arta
Yeah.
because I'm not really 100% sure what's going on, so I'm just caught up in the moment and have thought it's a good idea to follow Arta.
Yeah.
Neither is Arthur. Arthur's just making up as he goes along.
Faywin's definitely been
And I'm
corrupted.
copying you.
Yeah. Fully corrupted. Nice. The two. Cool. The bandit at top is going to shout down again, but he is just watching for any movement in that hole. You two have both moved yourself back. He's seen, and you hear him shout out for those that are in the hole. You hear him shout out, He's killed the scout! He's killed the scout!" Maybe a slight panic on their face as these two, technically, Arta, I know you're not going to do anything, but they do leave your area of effect as they both climb up and make their way onto that ship to find out what's going on. As all four guards are now up, that will take their movement and action to kind of understand what's going on. But yeah, they are now back up on the ship. Around the hole with their one El Capitan. Corin.
I want to take out my hammer and hammer on the wall.
Nice. Hammer as in attack damage hammer? Or like...
It's just a hammer as part of my equipment, so I don't know how you want to work it. Or hammer and pitting, if you want, if that makes it even easier.
Yeah, because it's whether it's what you're trying to do. If you're just going to like use a hammer to hammer on the wall, what you're trying to achieve with it, I suppose. If you're trying to break
I'm
through,
trying to break the wall, yeah.
You're going to want to actually attack the wall.
Yeah, essentially,
yeah. Perfect. Cool, roll an attack. Where did I put that fucking information?
There's another nat one, so I'll roll again.
Good game.
Attack with any proficiency or a bonus, or just
So
save?
it would be a strength if you're just trying to bash with a door in. If you've got no way of doing it.
Would it be proficiency as well, or?
No, I don't think you're, because you haven't got an actual hammer. You're just using that hammer, so no, I don't think you would.
Okay, that'll be a 10 then.
A 10. Oh, God. Nice. Roll. What D4?
A 1.
You, with that, because you are just using a hammer, you smash into the wall and you pierce through, but you've just pierced through like the head of a hammer hole. So you know that it's not that thick plywood you can get through, but yeah, you're not going to get through doing that much damage to it. It's going to take you a while if you just keep knocking single holes through. But yeah, as you hit it, the hammer goes straight through, and as you pull through, you can see the kind of hammerhead hole that you've created, kind of the size of it.
I shout to Von and say, Von, help me burst this wall here. Need to break it down so we can get out. And then I'll use a bonus action to hide.
Cool. Roll your sneak.
That'll be a 21 to hide.
21. Nice. Zaga. You have one.
Well, I've only got 2 keys
Oh,
left to
two
try,
keys,
so
It's going to be the last one, anyways.
I will try key number 2.
Wait, what numbers have you tried?
1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Cool. No, 2 doesn't work.
I guess I will take the risk with the noise again and
Yep.
try the last key, number 6.
That key doesn't work either. No, I'm joking. It doesn't.
Imagine.
I left it perfect enough. Yeah, I put it on lucky number 6 because I assumed you wouldn't pick it. Cool. Yeah, so you put you scramble free. For fuck's sake! It's always the last one you try. Fucking open the door. The door swings open, and
And then an alarm goes off.
inside you get blown up. Let's get this out of the way. We don't need that anymore. It's at the top.
There's a giant duck ready to eat you.
No, it's just you see like an office. A couple of office. There's from what you see in front of you is there's 2 cabinets on the left and right. There's one big it's just a table on it, but a big it's not called like a drawing table, like a big office table, like sets of drawers on the sides, big wooden top that's on there, and there's different few ornaments and stuff there across the top of the desk, and you see a chair behind, but it looks to be some sort of maybe captain's quarters for this ship, somewhere that someone would sit in there. But as you open it, no one inside that you can see.
I want to go in and just quietly pull the door closed behind me.
Oh, okay, nice.
I guess a general investigation check is not going to work in here. I'm going to have to check the cabinets and the drawers.
It depends what. Yeah. You're going to have to tell me what you're investigating and where you're investigating. Almost like what are you looking for when you're in here?
Can I still do that this turn, even though I've tried 2 keys?
Yeah, because it was so pathetic that you got it wrong on 6 goes.
Okay, I'll start with the cabinet on the right. I'm investigating, because we're here for magic items, I'm looking for magic items or anything else that might be worth stealing.
Nice. Give me an investigation check.
Perception or investigation?
Investigation.
19.
19, nice. So as you're looking at the cabinet and you're going through, you can't see anything. You're not finding any like huge items that are in there. There's lots of poster reels and reels of paper. And as you're like firing through them, there's just like loads of future posters, and you see there's one in there that says about Oswald's aquatic marvels coming to land for the first time ever, and through things in there like Hot Valley Stadium this time soon, and like you wouldn't believe they could bring what they did on the water to land, and like loads of promotional stuff in there. You're like, fuck, this is useless. You're going through some other bits that are in there, and there's and it's just like a lot of documents and promotional equipment and a few like photos and stuff in there, but it seems to be like a presentation cupboard rather than a storage cupboard for something magical.
Okay, we'll continue looting on the next turn then.
Cool. So the first it's up to the first guy again. So he shouts down as he's up on top of this thing. He's like, right, we've got 2 down in the hold. Make sure that no one is getting in. He's like, 2 of you here, 2 of you go back and check the office. At this point, he goes to reach and realise he doesn't have his keys. And he goes, where are the fucking keys? We'll leave that there for his go. Von, you are up.
Okay, so can I see any of these ones?
You can't from where you are, but you could step forward to look up at them.
Yeah, can I step forward and
Okay.
then
So as you step forward, you see. Oh, you're lucky, you son of a bitch. As I roll a 7. As you step forward and look up, you see 3 heads leaning over. One of them with a cocked crossbow fires off towards you and into the wood behind you there. As you, oh fuck, yep, forgot they might have been holding actions as you step forward. But yeah, as you peek up to see, you can see these 3 guys looking down looking into this fucking hole.
okay. So I look up.
Yep.
And I hold my hand up above my head in like a spherical shape, ready to grasp hold of my ice knife.
Mm-hmm.
As I say, no onen irhigal chagrin.
Bless you.
Yeah. I was like, shh.
That is a 13.
So hang on. So what is that a range ice knife?
Yeah, ice knife. You chuck it. Yeah.
Oh, nice. 13 hits. Yes.
So that what? So I'm gonna go for the one in the middle.
Yep.
So that does. So that does 6 piercing damage to him,
Yep. Nice.
and then all 3 of them have to do a Dex saving throw because it explodes on impact.
Nice. Oh, I just converted this thing. Fucking Excel. Converted my maths to a date. Dex saving throw. So the one on the left gets an. Oh, do they have a plus? It gets a 12. One in the middle gets a 6, and the one on the right gets a 20.
Okay, so it only hits the one in the middle.
One in the middle.
It's 2d6 for him, and that's 11 frost damage.
This middle guy, fucking well, it turns into a giant icicle. You kill him dead. One sailor down as you hit him with the ice knife, and as he's reacting and looks up to the other 2, they dive out their way, seeing what's coming as he shatters into icicles. 1 down.
And I'm going to then fire off my starry form archer bolt at the one on the left.
Yeah.
And that is a 16.
16 hits.
And that's 4 points of radiant damage to him.
4 points of radiant damage. Nice. Cool.
And then I'm going to make my way to the back end of that near where Corin is.
Yeah, nice. Cool.
Following along the edge of the ship.
Following Roger's stairway. Perfect. Arta, you are up. You following your way onto the ship?
How windy is it tonight?
No, it's not that windy. It's fairly cool, calm.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, I think I might cast your favourite spell at level 2.
Oh, yeah, which one's that? I've got many favourite spells that I have.
Fog Cloud.
Oh, Fog Cloud, Jesus Christ. Cool. Fucking hell.
Yeah. So...
this guy's got a really powerful fart, though, so let's see how that one works out for you. How big is it? 20 foot?
if I cast at level 2, it's 40.
40 foot?
Yep, 40 foot radius. Now, what I'm thinking, so the guards, have they gone up onto the ship now?
Yeah. They once you had that word, they scrambled up, and then they're the ones that have run over to the edge, so they're fully on the ship. You'd have to climb up to see where they are, because at the moment you're obviously down below, you can't see.
But climbing up would probably be an action.
No, it's just movement. It's a rope, so it's just extra movement up.
Okay, can I... So it's 40 foot radius.
Probably past that
Centered on a
level.
point
It's
in
massive.
range.
So that's
Will
20 foot covers that, if you can see that. So 40
but that's
foot
20
is
foot
fucking double.
diameter, not radius.
Oh, okay, radius. Fair enough.
And I guess it would technically cover the whole boat.
It's a good momentum, yeah. 40 foot.
Okay, I'm going to aim towards the top centre of the boat
Yeah.
before I climb, and I'm going to cast Fog Cloud at level 2.
Fog cloud at level 2. 40 foot diameter.
A radius, isn't it?
40 foot radius,
Oh,
so
radius. Yeah,
80
so
foot
double.
diameter.
Yeah. Oh, no, so I was right. So yeah, it's this doubled. That's what I was saying. I was just saying 20 foot for scale. So yeah, it's double
No,
that.
wait,
So it's
so
gonna be
what's
fucking
that?
huge. That's 20
Wait,
foot.
what's that one?
It's going to be double the size of that.
No, it's 80 foot diameter.
80 foot diameter.
Yeah.
John, I didn't even bring those models out because it's too big. Okay, so it's big.
And I suppose it's spherical, isn't it? So in theory, it would go inside as well.
It goes everywhere.
Yep.
Cool.
That's why I asked about the wind.
Good luck fighting
And then
here.
is that bonus action? Or is that... That's an
Where
action.
the fuck did that come from?
That's all I'm going to do for now.
Thing is, it's not me that's going to dislike it. It's all of you when you realise everything becomes real painful. Now you can't see. That's on concentration rate. Great. 40.
Lasts for an hour.
Yeah. Sphere spins around corners, and its area is heavily obscured. Lasts for duration until a wind of moderate or great speed disperses it. Heavily obscured. Nice. So the entire ship is cold. You can't see.
I was waiting for you to use that after you said you hate it.
Do you know I hate it because I...
And honestly, I think this is quite smart because they might even be able to escape.
Well, yeah, true. Because it's
If we know what direction we've got to go.
Yeah, you can't. I need to check. Blinded.
Sorry.
So you suffer from essentially the blinded condition, which means you can't see. Automatically fail any ability checks that require sight. So Zaga can't investigate, and attack rolls are all at disadvantage because no one can see. So yes, the entire sheep disappears. So you've put it here, right? Across the entire, essentially.
Yeah.
It's going to go.
So
it's
fill
back.
the entire ship and all parts of the ship, so it looks like a ghost ship.
Yeah,
and I think as I do this,
disappears.
because Fabian's behind me, I think as a free action, I'm going to turn around and say, "Oh my god, it's a ghost ship!"
So
She's obviously seen me cast the spell,
yeah.
so she should know it's me.
as you're
but
right
at the
here.
same point.
Nice. This is going to get real slow, so maybe we pause because it's 11 o'clock, and I just think this might be one to come
almost
back
like
with a
it's
giant
bedtime.
fog. Yeah. Goodbye, everybody. Night time. Yes. So you are all enveloped. I'm sure I've got the other one in there because I want to check because I don't actually think because it's going to be the full weight, right? Because that's 50, 60, 80, it's the entire ship. So yeah, everyone's at disadvantage for everything or fails any sight-based checks. So yeah, you're all going to be in fog. So yeah, I think that's probably a good place to pause because it's going to get real fucking weird when we come back with the ship covered in fog.
Time for a black pudding fart to blow it away.
It's going to be a pretty
Can
big...
I just check that it would apply to me? Because I closed the door. So how does
it goes
sink in?
everywhere. It just
It fills everything.
It fills everything. It doesn't have to...
It's fog.
Yeah, it's like
Magical
it's magical fog.
Oh god.
Yeah.